Good evening. It's 88 degrees and a beautiful evening here in Greenbrier. We are at John Hawks Memorial Field, Don Jones Stadium. And right now, all of the youngsters from Greenbrier being introduced to this large home crowd. It's the first home game of the year for Greenbrier, and they're celebrating every football player from the third grade up. So they're having a big time here at the stadium tonight. Arkadelphia is gathering on the visitor side. They're in the sun right now, but it's going to be a beautiful night here in Greenbrier, and we're ready for some football. This is Jeff Root along with me, Coleman Callan on camera, Jim Rothwell on statistics. On the broadcast with me will be Chase Hartzell, and our captain is Chris Babb. He's going to bring you the coaches show here in just a moment. First, I'll have to tell you that Greenbrier is one good football team. They're 2-0 on the year. The third consecutive non-conference game Arkadelphia will play against a 5A school. Arkadelphia, of course, 1-1, an opening loss to Camden Fairview, and then a big win against Hot Springs on the road last week. Arkadelphia back on the road tonight, ready to take on a very good Greenbrier Panthers team. And when we come back, Chris Babb will have a conversation with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb visiting with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. This interview, as always, brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm, 620 Pine Street, 870-246-2162. Coach, we join each other getting ready for a game, but before we talk about the Greenbrier game, let's revisit last week's Hot Springs game. The Badgers had a little bit more of what you were hoping to see than you did in week one. So talk about some of the biggest improvements after you look back at that Hot Springs game earlier this week, some of the biggest improvements you saw from game 1 to game 2.
Yeah, so from game 1 to game 2, one of the biggest things I guess we can talk about is just the preparation off the field with hydrating and getting enough sleep, and just our bodies were better prepared. We didn't have any cramping going on or injuries. Second thing is I saw a team play for each other more. We were playing for each other. We trusted that the guy beside us was going to do their job, and all our players did was focus on their own job, and we were able to execute at a higher level and make plays and get excited for each other, and it was awesome. It was a fun game. We executed at the level that we know we can, and it was a better representation of what we feel like our program is and our team.
And last you talked about one of the focuses being, all 11 executing on every play, and watching your TV show. I know you mentioned that had to be good to see as well. Having more plays throughout the game where all 11 were doing what they were supposed to do.
That's right, and this early in the year can be hard to do at times. In the non-conference schedule, teams are still figuring out getting game experience and trying to figure out their identity still sometimes, but we feel like we know who we are, we know what we've got, and we just got to go execute, and we did a lot better job of that last week.
Obviously, a big lead at halftime, 43-7. It was a second quarter that things just seemed to click for the Badgers offensively, defensively. You had a big, a 2nd and 31, 77-yard touchdown pass from Donovan Whitten to Braylon Bailey. You have the touchdown pass from Whitten to Latonio Hughes. Jay Sean has his run of 67 yards where he runs through people and then past people. And then Landon Kuhn tips the pass that KD returns for a touchdown. All that happened. And the last 3 touchdowns in a span of about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But before that, the first quarter and a half, it was a back-and-forth game. Your offense scores, Hot Springs responds. Your offense scores again. So putting that separation, I thought, there early in the second quarter was a big part of that game, and you just really took advantage of that later in the second quarter.
Yeah, and, we knew that they were going to come out excited. Hot Springs is a good football team. They're very athletic. They were coming off of 2 really good wins for them, or a really good win for them the week before. So they came into the game confident, and it's at their place. So they're excited to play at home. So we knew early it was going to be a dogfight. We'd expected that. And, we were able to put some drives together. We put some points on the board. Our defense held strong, flew to the football and made really good tackles. And just the consistency on both sides of the ball is kind of what got to them. We feel like we can do that on any given night. If we can play consistent, we can wear teams down and swing the momentum in our favor and keep that momentum if we can be consistent and execute at the level that we know we can.
Defensively, the Badgers gave up one long play that set up on the first drive, set up a touchdown. But then after that, really held Hot Springs to some negative plays, several negative plays, bottled up the running game. Took advantage when Hot Springs committed penalties to force drives, force them into way behind the chains. But defensively, your player of the week was Landon Kuhn, but another linebacker that was back this week was Alex Turley, and that had to make Coach Grimmett feel good to have just other pieces of the puzzle to be able to shift around.
Yeah, that was one player that we were missing from the first game, and Alex Turley is another one. That's a big leader on our defense. It's nice having those 2 inside backers to be able to plug and run, and that's the thing is Alex Turley is a more athletic inside backer. He can play lateral. Landon Kuhn's more of our plugger inside backer, and just having both of them together are really a really good combo for us to have on the defense. We're very versatile with our defense. Coach Grimmett does a great job. Coach Evans, Coach Chandler, they do a great job of getting our guys in the right spots and putting our kids in a position to make a play. And we talked about executing. Our defense executed better. We had our eyes right with our reads and making the calls and getting lined up and just knowing and understanding the scheme and what we're trying to do. And they just went out there and played football and played confident, and that's what you get whenever you play confident.
Offensively, the ball was spread around. Alex Loy, several catches. Trip Campbell, several catches. Braylon Bailey running the ball and out of the backfield and catching it out of the backfield and at receiver. Jay Sean Davis ran more like against Hot Springs than what he probably expected to run in week 1. So offensively, you were able to spread the ball around, which opened holes up, I would imagine.
Yeah, so we were able to get the ball to all of our skill players. And it was pretty even across the board, really. And, that's what we want to do. That's how we want to be. We don't want to be an offense that relies on 1 or 2 people, and luckily we have the type of players that we don't have to. And so that's one of the things that makes us so versatile is we're able to get the ball out in space to multiple people and to where the defense can't just key on 1 or 2 people. So it's really good to be able to do that. We want to stretch the defense laterally, but we're also going to stretch it vertically. And just attack the entire field. So we were able to do that last week against Hot Springs, and put those drives together. We were able to make some really big plays. All 11 guys on the field were doing the right thing and playing at a high level, and that's where those big plays happen, is when all 11's doing their job and playing at a high level.
The Badgers get the first win of the season, 43-27 at Hot Springs. Tonight, Badgers are in Greenbrier to take on the 5A West member Greenbrier Panthers. And after the break, we'll talk about tonight's game with Coach Shucker, what we can expect. Take a little look back at last year's game and get ready for tonight. You're watching ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. This interview with Coach Shucker on the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show is brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm. We'll be back after this timeout.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone Ltd. says go Badgers.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. This interview brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm, 620 Pine Street, 870-246-2162. Coach, it's the last week of non-conference play, only week 2 of the season, the third game. It's about the fourth year, I guess, of the 0-week schedule, giving teams 4 weeks to play 3 games. And a lot of teams play weeks 0, 1, and 2 and have a bye week, so before that conference schedule. As you go into this final non-conference game, obviously teams want to win every game, but more importantly, you're preparing for the rest of the season, the most important part of the season.
That's right.
What are some of the things that the goals that you set for your team, and how do you try to fulfill those going into this last game?
Well, the biggest goal of the week is go 1-0 for the week.
There you go.
That's what we talk about a lot. Our goal as a team is go 1-0 this week. But getting to that win is huge for us moving forward into that bye week, to where we can clean up all the things that we've really seen through our non-conference schedule right before we start our conference season, and getting this last conference game win would be huge for us. We're not undefeated right now, but it would give us 2-0 or 2-1 on the season, and really put us in a good position to keep moving forward and give us some confidence. Tonight's going to be a tough night. It's on the road against a good 5A football team. Greenbrier's very dynamic in what they do, and they're a really, really good football team. They're experienced, got a lot of really good players over there.
It's a close game last year, 35-28. Arkadelphia trailed at halftime and came out and overcame that deficit and was able to pull out a 7-point win. Greenbrier is 2-0 on the season with big wins over BB and Batesville. Let's take a look at personnel from Greenbrier, what to expect offensively. Last year, tonight's quarterback was not in the game with Arkadelphia. He had to miss. Wilcox is the quarterback that Arkadelphia will see. Their offense kind of goes through him, both through the air and on the ground.
Yeah, he's definitely the heartbeat of their offense. He's so versatile. They use him running the ball, but he's, in my opinion, probably got one of the best arms in the state at quarterback. And he's experienced. He's a senior this year. Very, very good athlete. He runs their offense really, really well. So he just allows their offense to be able to be diverse, and with what they do in the run game and then what they can do in the passing game as well.
There were a couple of course, all teams had to deal with COVID losses last year and with personnel. So there will be some different personnel that Arkadelphia would expect to see against Greenbrier. But Arkadelphia has different personnel as well, two different teams. When you take a look at defensively, what do you expect to see from Greenbrier tonight?
Yeah, they've got two inside backers that I think are probably two of the better inside backers that we have seen and probably will see this year as a combo. They move lateral to the ball really well. They play downhill. They get tackles. Both those inside backers are in on every tackle. I mean, it doesn't matter where the ball's at. They're getting to the ball, and they're either making the tackle or assisting the tackle, or they're at the ball every play. So that's one of the things that I expect to see from them tonight, as well as the rest of their defense. One of the things I notice about their defense is they get to the ball. They fly around. They're sprinting all over the field. So I don't expect a lot of missed tackles tonight. I really don't. And, they're not the most athletic defense that we'll see this year or have seen this year, but they make up for it in how they play. They play so hard, and they're going to play 4 quarters of it. And, we expect them to come out very, very strong early. It's Greenbrier's first home game this season. They've been on the road the past 2 weeks. They've accomplished 2 really good high big margin wins on the road, and so now they're excited to get their first home game, and they're going to be coming out jacked up. They are, and it's going to be a really fun night.
It's also a good road test for your team. Went on the road last week to Hot Springs, a short road trip. Greenbrier is going to be a little bit different animal, a town that similar to Arkadelphia, where on Friday nights people go to the football game.
That's right.
They've got a good team. I think they can make a run in the 5A West playoffs with an experienced group, and you mentioned it's the first home game, and so it will be a different atmosphere that's got to be good for your guys to play in.
It is. It's awesome for our guys to play in. Those really good environments. Greenbrier is going to be a great environment for our kids to play in. It's going to be a really good road test for us through that environment, through a really good football team. Just like you said, Greenbrier feels really good about what they have, and they should. Mm-hmm. They are. They're a really good football team, and it's going to be their last year in 5A. They're going to be moving up to 6A next year, and they feel like they can make a run at it, and I believe them.
Right.
So they're just as good as any other 5A football team out there, and it's going to be a really good test for our guys on the road tonight. So it's an exciting night tonight.
Couple of keys. Let's take a look defensively. Your secondary may get tested more so tonight than it has been the previous 2 games. I would expect to have a strong effort from the secondary is going to be key tonight.
That's true, and just with Wilcox's arm, he's got receivers to throw to that are very, very fast. A couple of those receivers are really, really big track guys, and their 40 times are really good, and so they play really, really fast. So we've got to do a really good job of pattern matching the routes early and just covering those receivers for amount of time to where we can try to get pressure on the quarterback.
Offensively, I would imagine that establishing Jay Sean, but also being able to spread it out in space is a big key.
Yeah, so that's what our offense is dynamic to where we can spread it out, and that's our whole goal and philosophy is to get the ball in space to our best athletes. And we try to find different ways to do that. We've got a few different wrinkles in this week that we're going to try to do that with, and we're excited about the game. It's going to be an awesome environment against a good football team.
Well, we're about ready for kickoff between the Arkadelphia Badgers and Greenbrier Panthers from Greenbrier. Our thanks to Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker for taking his time out to join us. His interview each week sponsored by Austin Wingfield State Farm, 620 Pine Street, 870-246-2162. You're tuned in to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show, and we'll be back with more from Greenbrier after this timeout. You're watching ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. As you see, the captains are on the field for Arkadelphia in their road white uniforms and for the Greenbrier Panthers. The captains for Arkadelphia, Landon Kewen, Tucker Johnson, Matthew Porter, and Alex Lloyd. Do have a World War II veteran making the coin toss, as you see there. Big night for Greenbrier. Chase Hartzell, as we bring Chase in. We'll bring the football doctor in a few minutes, but big night, first home game for Greenbrier. Big expectations for this team this season as well.
Yep, it is, Chris. And as you mentioned in the pregame show, big atmosphere here tonight, as it always is in Greenbrier. This is a town that loves its football. And here on the home side, not many empty seats. You're not going to see too many empty spots. And honestly, despite the pretty long drive up here, not too many on the visitor side as well. But it's going to be a great matchup here tonight. Greenbrier's had a lot to celebrate thus far in the season, off to a 2-0 start and looking to be a playoff contender in a stacked 5A West Conference. So far this season, they've already defeated Beebe and Batesville, with that latter victory coming in the form of a 44-10 road victory over a Pioneer squad that went 8-4 a year ago. The Badgers showed a lot of improvement on both sides of the ball against Hot Springs, and they're going to be put to the test again against a tough 5A opponent in the form of Greenbrier, with a defense that allows just 13.5 points per game and an offense that scores 44.5 points a game.
This is an offense that Arkadelphia saw last year, although the quarterback was different. Cooper Wilcox, the starting quarterback, was out last year, did not play against Arkadelphia. As Coach Shucker said in the pregame, he can do it with his arms and his legs. It all starts with Cooper Wilcox for Greenbrier.
Yes, it does. Cooper Wilcox, first off, you look at through the air, 245 yards and 3 touchdowns, really solid arm, but really what sets him apart is that dual threat aspect with his ground game. He's currently second on the team with 113 rushing yards, and he actually leads the team with 3 rushing touchdowns.
The Badgers are about ready to make their way onto the field at John Hawkins Memorial Field in Greenbrier, and kickoff is just a few minutes away. After this break, we'll bring in the football doctor, Jeff Root. It's almost time for Badger football. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, Go Badgers!
And we welcome you back here to Greenbrier, Arkansas, the site for this upcoming matchup between the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Greenbrier Panthers. Arkadelphia already taking the field here at John Hawkes Memorial Field, and just moments from now, Greenbrier will be taking the field in front of their home fans for the first time in 2021. And at this time, we welcome back the football doctor, Jeff Root.
Hey, it's good to be with you tonight. Beautiful stadium here, nice facilities at Greenbrier. We're excited to be here at, as you said, John Hawkes Memorial Field. It's Don Jones Stadium. They have a sponsor for just about everything. Even the flyover was wonderful. And a silver medalist is with us tonight. Greenbrier's own Kaylee Browning, silver medalist, here attending tonight. Got a little bit of everything tonight.
Exactly, and especially in terms of athletics, this town has had a lot to celebrate over these last few months.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. What a challenge it is, though, as you have said, Chase, for Arkadelphia tonight. This is not just a 5A team. This is a team that is going to challenge for a 5A title and then move to 6A next year. So it's a team on the rise.
It really is, and this has always been a team that's been in the 5A playoff picture. They're in a really tough division. They're in the 5A West along with Harrison, but they are a team that has stuck around and has made some solid playoff runs over the last several years. But honestly, Jeff, this might be the most complete Greenbrier Panthers team we've seen in quite a while.
They really believe that. We talked to their broadcast team before the game, and they certainly said that they think this is a special team and they can really do some great things this year. But Arkadelphia, as you said, as Chris Babb said during the interview with Coach Shucker as well, Arkadelphia made so much progress from the first game to the second game. We expect to see Arkadelphia play well, too.
Yes, and again, we can expect to see a great matchup like we did last year. You know, last year Arkadelphia defeated Greenbrier on their own home turf 35-28. And it'll be interesting to see how this plays into the kickoff. As you can see on the screen, the dust over there in the right side of the field coming out of the end zone.
Yeah, we had some fireworks, and it's blue and red fireworks, oddly enough, that is going to fog that right side of the field. Unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunate, I guess, we're not going to see that much of it on camera because the kickoff will go to our left, to your left also as you watch the screen, and Arkadelphia is, I think, going to have a clear view as they receive this kick. It'll come out of the fog and then land on the Arkadelphia side. You see, yes, that's not a science fiction movie. That is just smoke from some fireworks before the ball game starts tonight. Here's the kickoff coming your way. Arkadelphia set to receive. It's a line drive shot to the corner, but returnable. Returning from the 3-yard line is Hughes. Hughes up to the 10, cuts it upfield to the 15, to the 20. He's down the sideline and now cuts to the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's to the 40. What a return by Laternio Hughes to the 45-yard line.
Great play there from Hughes following his blockers. An even greater job there of extending the play. Looked like he was taken down by the kicker near the 35, 40-yard line, but he kept pushing, got a few extra yards, and now the Badgers have great field position to open up this game.
He ran so far, he almost disappeared into the fog. But Arkadelphia will line up. You don't have smell-o-vision at home, I know, but we can smell it here in the press box. Holy cow. From the 46-yard line, first down 10, Arkadelphia Badgers. Good start, thanks to Latonio Hughes. And a pass into the flat it goes. Here's Hughes again. He is hit immediately and dragged down, but a short gain, going to be 2, maybe 3 yards on the tackle for Greenbrier with Shannon Howard, a senior.
Greenbrier, very talented defense, holding teams to only 13.5 points per game through the first 2 contests of the year. Do a great job of flying to the ball. Perfect example right there.
Pickup of 2. Pass again, throwing to the flat. They get it out to the 50, to the 49 of Greenbrier. On the catch for Arkadelphia, a man that we're going to call his name over and over this year, Jay Sean Davis. He was driven out of bounds with a gain up to the 49, as I said, of Greenbrier. So it is 3rd down and 5 for the Badgers. Whitten at quarterback is 2 for 2. Here's a pitch, and here's a cut upfield. Good run for a first down. He'll be dragged down at the 43, but that's a good run in traffic for a first down.
Great job there from Davis. Had great field vision. Was able to cut upfield there, follow his blocks, and made a good move at the first down marker to extend himself and pick up the first down for the Badgers.
Matthew Porter, one of the captains tonight, was hopping a bit when he got up, but he stays in the game. It's going to be okay. First down, Arkadelphia, 43 of Greenbrier. A pitch, and wide they go. Here's Davis to the 40, 35, to the 30-yard line, to the 25, to the 22-yard line. Greenbrier is excited about this game, but Arkadelphia is too, and the Badgers are moving the line of scrimmage right now.
Yep, and the Badgers are doing a great job of getting the ball outside and getting around the corner, finding some holes upfield and picking up some solid yardage to start off this game. Another great run from Jay Sean Davis, and now the Badgers right on the edge of the red zone.
They're going wide and finding some room to run. First down from the 22. Whitten in trouble, runs. He gets free to the line of scrimmage, another yard or 2, and he's inside the 20. They might mark him right at the 20, but still a gain of a couple on first down.
And that was a good job there, making something out of nothing by Whitten. The pocket was collapsing. He was just trying to get out there, but he was able to evade a tackler and move forward just a little bit, extending his arm. And he picks up a couple yards, makes it 2nd and 8 for the Badgers.
Receivers in the game are Hughes and Loy to the right side. To the left side, Bailey and Babb. Everybody lined up tight this time on 2nd and 8. In motion goes Hughes. Whitten at quarterback. Davis is the running back to his left. He'll pitch it to Davis. He looks for blocking, doesn't find very much, and will go down with a gain of only 1 this time. 3rd down coming.
And we knew that Greenbrier had a strong defensive line coming into the game and that they did a great job of scoring to the ball. Perfect example right here. Ja'Shawn Davis did a good job of trying to cut up field there, but he just really had nowhere to go.
Ball at the 19. Got to make it to the 12 for a 1st down and 10. Arkadelphia on 3rd down. Looks to the sideline to get the play. 3 receivers this time to the right side. Bailey, Hughes, and Loy. Babb to the left side. They want to throw it across the middle. Complete, incomplete. Unable to hang on as the safety hit him was Hughes at the 5-yard line.
Yep, and a good pass there from Whitten. Almost a great catch there from Latonio Hughes, but just a better hit there from the Panthers defense, able to break up the pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down now for Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia will apparently go for it. Be about a 35-yarder if they kicked it, and I think they know they need touchdown, so they're going to go for a pass play, and it is incomplete. Well defended over there. Ball knocked down just as it was getting to the intended receiver. Incomplete at the 12-yard line. Would have been good for a 1st down. Good pattern, but it was well defended, and it's turned over on downs, and so Greenbrier will take over. Well, Arkadelphia had a couple of those Welch Funeral Home 1st downs, but couldn't quite put together a scoring drive on its first possession.
Yep, and solid ball movement there. Definitely promising as we move into this contest, but just a great job there by the Greenbrier defense holding their ground there in the end in their own red zone.
This quarterback is Cooper Wilcox. You're going to hear his name a lot this year because he is an outstanding runner and passer. He'll run it on 1st down, and he'll be tackled and tackled hard by senior linebacker Landon Kewen.
And Kewen did a great job there, swarming to the ball, making the tackle. Kewen having a great 2021 season thus far, coming off a week in which he was named the Badgers Defensive Player of the Week against Hot Springs.
Gain of 4, 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Wilcox at quarterback. He's got some fast receivers and can throw the ball. He'll throw it to the flat, caught by McElhenney, and he'll be hit immediately and brought down by Oliware and 2 other Badgers. A gain is enough for a 1st down, though. McElhenney is a track star. Carter McElhenney, 5'8", 150, and one of the fastest players in 5A, but he was tackled immediately. It was just enough for a 1st down at the 29-yard line of Greenbrier, and they moved, so 5-yard penalty. Arkadelphia lined up defensively that time, and Chase, they moved back to regular depth at linebacker, and immediately an lineman jumped 5 yards against Greenbrier.
Yeah, but a good job there from Arkadelphia, staying set and sticking to the game plan, forcing an early penalty there from Greenbrier. We saw last week that penalties can add up.
Running play, and this is a big back named Hewitt. He's going to get some yardage up to the 40, to the 45, 50-yard line, tackled by 3 Badgers in Badger territory. First carry of the night for Nick Hewitt, 5'10", 205 pounds with big pads. He's tough to tackle.
Yep, he's a strong runner. Currently, at least coming into this game, he was the leading rusher for Greenbrier, had 125 rushing yards coming into this game to go along with 2 touchdowns.
At the Arkadelphia 43, it goes back to Hewitt. He'll avoid 1 tackler, avoid 2, and then he'll be dragged down, but it's a good gain on 1st down. He got about 8.
And you can see how good of a runner he is in traffic, able to extend his arm there, pushes off the defender, and was able to make a spin move, too, to extend for a couple extra yards. So another strong run from Hewitt. He's having a good start.
Cooper Wilcox is the quarterback. Behind him is Hewitt. And he wants to throw. He'll fire it to the sideline, a big gain, to the 25, to the 20, knocked out of bounds. Good work just to keep that from turning into a touchdown. Tackle on the far sideline. But it's a nice gain. On the catch was Thacker Strack. 1st down and 10 for Greenbrier. First possession, Arkadelphia drove but didn't score. Turned it over on downs deep into Greenbrier territory, and now the Panthers are driving on Arkadelphia. 1st down, ball at the 16-yard line, and another good run. Up to the 10, up to the 8-yard line. On the carry, once again, Nick Hewitt.
And Hewitt, again, great field vision, was able to use his feet well there to try and extend the play. Hewitt's had some really strong runs here to start out the game. And already the Panthers deep into the Badgers' red zone.
Hewitt checks out, and Nick Weaver, I should say Eli Weaver checks in. Eli Weaver is the sophomore running back, and a good one. He'll get the carry. Cuts to the left, now back to the right, avoids 2 tacklers. He's to the 5, he's to the 4. He will fall forward all the way to the 1 yard line, maybe the 2 when they mark it. But a good run by Weaver, the sophomore. They're going to mark it at the 2. It's first down and goal.
Yeah, and Weaver just a sophomore, but we know he's a strong runner. He's only gotten 7 touches thus far in his sophomore campaign, but he's already collected 91 yards.
He's still in it running back, but a pass, and that's a nice pass for a touchdown. Really quick pass coming from Wilcox. Gets it to his senior teammate, Jacob Mathis, for the touchdown.
Yep, and just play action there, run to perfection, able to find his man on the drag route, and he walks in for the score. Wilcox collecting his 4th passing touchdown of the season to give the Panthers an early lead.
So Arkadelphia had a nice drive but did not score, and now the Panthers come down and score on their first possession in a beautiful long drive. Kick up, and the kick is good. It is Greenbrier 7, Arkadelphia 0. 6:21 left. We are in the first quarter tonight. Our first quarter sponsor is Taylor King & Associates, and we'll be back after this.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Quite a challenge tonight for Arkadelphia against a high-powered offense and very good defense for the Panthers of Greenbrier. Again, this is a team in the 5A West, and they're expected to perhaps win that division and then perhaps make a run at a state title in their last year in 5A before they move up to 6A. Arkadelphia, of course, got a win against Greenbrier last year at home, a 35-28 score, and the Badgers hope for an opportunity to pull back to a tie with this possession. The offense did move the ball well, but ended up turning it over on downs on its first possession. This is Hughes again. Hughes coming from the 6-yard line, cuts to the sideline and knocked down at the 14-yard line. That's an excellent play by Greenbrier 10th grader Kane Griffin.
And really nowhere for Hughes to go. Great job there from the special teams unit from Greenbrier, able to swarm to the ball quickly and make the tackle. We saw Hughes peel off a long return earlier in the game, but just a good job there of making the open field tackle.
The Badgers will start their drive.
Going to spot the ball at the 16-yard line, so first down from there for Arkadelphia. Badgers down by 7 early, but Arkadelphia has Witten at quarterback, Davis at running back, and they're going to run it. This is Jay-Sean Davis, off tackle, breaks the tackle. Nice cut up the field. He's to the 25-yard line. That's a very good 9-yard run on first down.
And really, for most of the season, we've seen Arkadelphia go with those inside runs, but as we mentioned earlier, really the game plan in this game, trying to open up the inside game by going to the outside first, and we've seen some strong outside runs from the Badgers to start off this game, especially from Davis.
Second down, 1 yard to go. Arkadelphia looks to the sideline. And they're going to run it again with Davis. Up the middle, that's a first down, and he'll be knocked backwards, but the spot's going to give him a first down, a Welch Funeral Home first down. Good tackle, but Chasey got the first down. They'll mark it at the 27.
Yep, and another strong run from Jay-Sean Davis getting the job done there. It was a good defensive play from Greenbrier, but Davis just powering his way through, picking up the first down. 3
receivers to the left side, wide side of the field. They'll fake a handoff and throw it. Loy has it. Loy is hit. The ball is in the air, and the ball is recovered by, I believe, Arkadelphia. Boy, Greenbrier should have had it, but they couldn't grip it, and Arkadelphia fell on it. Coming up with the ball for the Badgers was an offensive lineman. It was Nigel Robinson with the ball. Nigel Robinson, I should say, but great play by Robinson to come up with that loose ball. It looked like Greenbrier had the best opportunity to get it, but they overran it once. And Arkadelphia got a nice gain as a result of that catch and then the fumble recovery.
Yep, heads up play there by the junior offensive lineman Robinson.
All right, back to pass. Witten, plenty of time looking downfield, finding nobody open now. He'll run to his left. Looks upfield, throws it, looking for Babb. He's going to throw it out of bounds. I think he just got rid of that one. Had lots of time to throw, nobody open, rolled to his left, and finally threw it away.
Yep, and as you mentioned, Jeff, great protection there from the offensive line, able to provide plenty of time for the pass. But just a great job there by the Panthers secondary, not giving Witten any options downfield. Finally, the defensive pressure coming through there on the D-line, and Witten had to get rid of the ball.
It's a really good defensive secondary led by Preston Riddle, who is a senior, number 4 on your screen, lined up against Loy on the near side. Running play, though, there's a gain for a first down. Another good run by Davis. He just looks so strong in a crowd, in traffic. Keeps his legs churning, goes over the 40. First down and 10, a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Another strong run to the outside there from Jay Sean Davis, picking up another first down. He's been coming up big time for the Badgers in those late down situations, and you can tell the confidence that Coach Shucker has calling those plays.
If you don't see the number, just look for the orange shoes. Back to pass is Witten. He looks downfield. He'll throw it. It is, incomplete. Got over the defender, but Bailey couldn't come up with it as he went high, and it bounced off his hands at the 42-yard line, 2nd and 10.
And Greenbrier has a really talented secondary, able to cause a disruption there. But a great job there from Witten, put the ball exactly where it needed to be. Just a good overall defensive effort from Greenbrier. Ball pops out, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think you're right. Shannon Howard got in the way of Bailey being able to see that one. Here's Hughes on the far side. He's got a nice gain. Weaving in and out of traffic. He's got a gain of, I'd say, 8, maybe 9 yards, and it's 3rd down now and just short.
And we've seen the Badgers send quite a few men in motion up to this point in the game. The plays have been working pretty well with those runs to the outside, been able to pick up significant yardage.
On 3rd down and 1, ball at the 48 of Greenbrier. Do you bet on a Davis run? That's what we're going to get. Right up the middle it goes. He's going to fall forward and make more than he needs over the 45 to the 44-yard line. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down.
And Davis, again, doing the job on 3rd down. I believe that's the 3rd time he's ran for a first down on 3rd down on this drive. Davis has great field vision and awareness to know where he needs to go, and he did it again right there, pushing up the middle and finding the hole to pick up the first.
The orange shoes of Davis going to line up as a receiver this time. No running backs in the backfield, but Davis comes in motion. They're going to fake the pitch to him, and Witten will keep it. Nice run by Witten, and he's up across the 40, nearing the 36. I think they'll mark him down at the 37. That's still a very good gain on first down.
Yep, and the Badgers really using a dynamic offensive setup here tonight, trying to bring in those men in motion to try to create some new plays and some new space, and a great job there again. Witten picking up good yardage.
Pass play for Witten. He's looking deep. He's throwing to the end zone. He's got Bailey back there. He's caught it. That is a touchdown, Arkadelphia. Got behind the defense.
And Braylon Bailey right there running his route to perfection, beating a very talented secondary to the end zone and laying out to make a spectacular catch to finish off a strong drive from the Badgers defense, the Badgers offense.
Spencer Allen on for the extra point that could tie the game. Loy is the holder. He's got the kick, and it is high, and it will hit the upright and be no good. A little bit of a low snap. He got the hold up. He got the kick up, but it hit the upright and was no good. So it's Greenbrier 7, Arkadelphia 6, 2:31 left. We are in the first quarter tonight. We'll be back after this.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
We are back to live action. Arkadelphia set to kick off. Well, the Badgers bounced right back after falling down by a touchdown.
Yep, and the way in which they did it was really could prove very beneficial as we go deeper into this game. The Badgers not only scoring, but doing so after wearing down the Greenbrier defense, using those runs to the outside to their advantage. That opened up opportunities in the passing game, able to take some time off the clock, and finally being able to go to the air for that long touchdown pass from Witten to Braylon Bailey, and Bailey making a spectacular catch in the end zone to draw the Badgers within one.
It is 7-6, and Arkadelphia will kick off. Here's a high kickoff that is going to be fielded and run back and dropped. Now picked up and a hit, but escaping for a return. And now he's loose again to the 30, 35-yard line, to the 40. Tackled across the 50-yard line. What a good run back by the sophomore, Eli Weaver.
And Weaver has been causing some disruption in just about every facet thus far. We've seen it on special teams in more ways than one. You know, he was the one that got to the ball on that PAT that partially deflected the ball that caused it to go into the upright, and right there making another big play on special teams, able to get the ball into Badger territory.
And now Wilcox is looking at the sideline saying that I don't see a running back in the game. Now they're going to send Weaver out there. So the sophomore will check in and play some running back. Still a little bit of time, 10 seconds on the play clock.
We know he's a big play threat. He's already had 13 yards of carry coming into this game.
They're going to give it to him. He's got a little bit of room to run, not as much this time. Well defended by Arkadelphia. He might have 1 yard, not any more than one. Second and long coming for Greenbrier. Weaver will stay in the game. May have been a bit winded after that kickoff return. On 2nd and 9, Wilcox wants to throw. He'll throw to the flat. It's caught by McElhenney. He'll go down the sideline and make some yardage, but he stepped out of bounds. I think Kewen may have touched him and caused him to step out of bounds. It's a first down, but could have been much more. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line.
And just a little short route there, but able to make a great play there. McElhaney using the speed to his advantage, got to the outside, and Kewen doing a great job pushing him out just past that first down marker.
Wilcox throwing a lot into the flat and handing off tonight. Both of those have worked. Back to pass. Now he wants to throw long. He's got a receiver. He throws a complete pass. What a great move to adjust to the football inside the 1 yard line. Coming down with it was Thatcher Strack.
And that play went just about as well as you could have hoped, drawing it up on offense. Just executed perfection. Great route running there, and an even better catch at the goal line.
Knee went down at the 2, so it's 1st and goal from the 2. Wilcox will run it, and he'll score a touchdown for Greenbrier. Tell you what, I thought he had overthrown his receiver, but a great move to get under the ball and not go out of bounds until after the catch by Strack. Greenbrier on for the extra point attempt. They lead it by 7 at 13-6. They'll try to make it 8 here with the extra point attempt by Bradley Turnage. He is a senior. Low snap, but he gets the kick away anyway. Nice job by the holder. It's up and good. It is Greenbrier 14. They've scored on both possessions. Arkadelphia 6. 1:34 left. We're in the first quarter tonight. Very exciting game so far if you like offense. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, your dog swallowed the remote again.
Who's that?
Older Becky.
Oh. Ugh.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
Our first quarter sponsor is Taylor King & Associates, and they picked a very active quarter. Greenbrier with 2 touchdowns, 1 on each of its 2 possessions. Arkadelphia's had 2 possessions. They did not score on the first one, although they did drive it down the field. On the second possession, Arkadelphia got a 37-yard touchdown pass from Witten to Bailey. But the Badgers missed the extra point, so Arkadelphia trails it by 8. It is Panthers 14, Badgers 6. Arkadelphia about to get the ball back. Let's see if they kick it to Hughes again. He had a great return the first return, not so much on the second return. Another high kick, going to be returnable from the 5-yard line. He'll go to the middle of the field and look for a hole and will not find one, down again at the 16-yard line. And that was Weaver that made that tackle. The sophomore is having a huge game.
Yep, he's just been disruptive in about every way imaginable up to this point in the game. He's been making plays on defense, on offense, on special teams. This is a really talented young player who's making his presence felt early in this one.
Arkadelphia had an 84-yard drive for a touchdown on its last possession. They'll have to do it again to score on this possession. Starting at the 16, Arkadelphia lines up. 1:27 left, first quarter. Here's a running play. Good run again up to the 20-yard line and another yard or two. I think they'll mark it at the 22. That's a good gain on first down.
And a good job there from Davis, taking what the defense gave him, able to push through for some solid yardage there, making it second and manageable.
6-yard pickup on second down and 4 yards to go. They're going to pitch it, and now coming wide is Bailey. He'll cut it up the middle. And that was a mistake. A linebacker made a big tackle, but Bailey did get positive yardage, picked up 1, or they're going to give him 2. Not much there. Third down coming ball at the 23. Arkadelphia needs 3 more yards. Third down and 3 for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, not necessarily a bad idea there on that play. We know that Bailey, when he gets out into the flats and has some space, he can make some magic happen there, but just a great job there from the linebacker coming in and making the play before it even really started.
Arkadelphia will pitch it to Hughes, and he'll come the opposite direction out to the left side. Good run. He's going to break tackles. He's going to go to the 50, to the 45, breaks another tackle. Coming from behind, they are going to catch him at the 20-yard line. Well, he had to stop to throw one man to the side, and that gave an opportunity for the very swift Keaton Whitley to catch up to him. But what a run by Latonio Hughes.
And Hughes, we always talk about his speed, but how about the strength right there, the combination? Able to extend the play for several more yards, getting it all the way into the red zone. An unbelievable run by Hughes.
Davis is the running back to the left of his quarterback, Donovan Whitten. Bailey and Babb to the left side. Now that's the end of the first quarter. What an exciting quarter. Arkadelphia trying to score here and tie it up. It is Greenbrier 14, Arkadelphia 6. We'll be back with second quarter action after this.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia, contact Shelter Agent Chad Kesterson.
I got so excited about that long run by Hughes, I forgot to mention it was a Welch Funeral Home first down. A very, very impressive first down from Hughes. I'll tell you another thing that's impressive. Fellas, I had a Hardee's biscuit. I'm sorry, I had an Andy's restaurant biscuit. Just kidding. There is no Hardee's in Arkadelphia, Chase. It's Andy's. I had an Andy's biscuit this week, and it was fantastic. I'm sure that everybody in town, everybody listening to me right now has been to Andy's for a biscuit. I'm sure after talking about it, you're going to want one tomorrow morning. So they're going to have a crowd. You need to get there early. Andy's has fantastic biscuits, and they feed those biscuits to the Badgers every week. We appreciate Andy's as a sponsor.
Well, Jeff, you keep mentioning those Andy's biscuits. You've got me hungry for one now. I'm going to have to stop by there before classes one day.
Bailey looking for a place to go. There's a good block by Whitten, and there's a little bit of room here. He's going to be dragged down from behind, but he crossed the 10-yard line. What an amazing run by Bailey.
And Bailey doing a great job there reversing the field. Found some open space to the right side. Good job by the Panthers defense, able to adjust where there was basically nobody there. Strong open field tackle, preventing what would have been a touchdown, but just a strong run there from Bailey to start out the quarter for the Badgers.
Just enough for a Welch Funeral Home first down. First and goal from the 9. Run by Davis. Good run in traffic. He's through. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
And that one right there went just about probably how Coach Shucker drew it up. Strong run from Davis up the middle. Lowers his body as he gets into that defensive line and then pulls up for the score. Strong run from Davis. And now the Badgers back within 2.
Arkadelphia will go for the 1-point conversion. Still early in the game to think about going for 2. So Spencer Allen is out there for the kick. Here's the extra point. It is up. It is beautiful, right through the uprights. And so it is Greenbrier 14, Arkadelphia 13, 11:26. We're in the second quarter tonight of a tremendously exciting football game. Our second quarter sponsor is Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, CPA. All these sponsors getting their money's worth tonight because this is one great game, Chase. We're going to come back and talk about it more in 30 seconds.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Blake Bell, one of your Arkadelphia Edward Jones financial advisors, understands this. That's why Blake Bell of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Badger Pride Marching Band on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. For all of your investment needs, call 870-246-5974 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Arkadelphia sets up to kick off. This is a huge crowd here. 2 big wins on the road, Chase, and then Greenbrier comes home for its first home game. So you got to be excited about the fact that the Badgers have been able to play so well on the road in this atmosphere.
They really have, and you know, we talk about it offensively. This has been a back-and-forth contest. Arkadelphia already putting up 13 points with just a few seconds gone here in the second quarter against a team that's allowed just 13.5 points a game. So the Badgers performing well here on the road.
Returned by Weaver, and he's got some room. To the 25, to the 30. Weaver is caught from behind and dragged down short of the 40-yard line, but still a big return by the sophomore. I want to mention to you that we know we're having a bit of a camera problem right now. If you're seeing a blue screen like we are, we think the picture will come back up, and it came up momentarily. We're going to be able to fix that for you, we believe. In the meantime, I'll just give you a little radio. Here we go. Our picture is back. You should be able to see it at home now. They spotted the ball at the 38-yard line of Greenbrier, so they've got some field position. I'm terribly impressed by this sophomore Weaver.
Yep, he's just been all over the field tonight, especially in terms of special teams. He's had 2 strong returns, another strong one right here. He's done the great job of setting the Panthers up with good field position.
Cooper Wilcox is a talented quarterback, and Arkadelphia jumps offside. Couldn't quite resist it. He clapped his hands. The quarterback picked up 5 free ones against Arkadelphia. Cooper Wilcox didn't play against Arkadelphia last year, but then he came back and played later in the season very well for Greenbrier. And now as a senior, he's off to a good start. Over 200 yards passing in his first 2 games. He's 6 feet tall, 195, has a strong arm. He's also a very good runner. He'll throw the ball and throw a completion to the far sideline, knocked out of bounds, but that's a first down for Greenbrier across midfield. They've scored on their possession so far. Arkadelphia has just at some point got to pick up a stop.
Yep, and as you mentioned earlier, Wilcox, a really strong quarterback. He's made both of those scores happen, one on the ground and one through the air. This is a very talented senior quarterback that the Panthers have, and he's making his presence felt early.
Here is a run. This is a good runner, and Arkadelphia will have to gain tackle. They do bring him down, but still a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry for Nick Hewitt.
And a solid job there from the Badgers defense containing a man that's been pretty tough to bring down thus far. Hewitt's had some strong runs up to this point in the contest, really causing some disruption on the offensive side of the ball for the Panthers.
Dawson Spencer has checked in at running back. And they're going to fake it to him and throw the ball across the middle, incomplete. Turning his head too late as the ball hit him in the hands was Jacob Mathis. He's the young man that scored the first touchdown of the night for Greenbrier.
Yep, and that might just have been a case of right idea, just wrong timing on that one. It was a good pass play. He found the right man, made the right read. Wide receiver just wasn't quite ready for it there. Wasn't able to make the catch, and that brings up 3rd down.
Really important play. Ball at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. And flags go down. Let's see. I think this is going to go this time against Greenbrier. So it's going to be 3rd down and long. And that's a real break here. If Arkadelphia can come through on 3rd down, perhaps they will keep them from going for it on 4th now that it's 3rd down and 10 yards to go. But Greenbrier is dangerous on any down, whether it's 4-down territory or not. 10:35 left. We're in the second quarter. Greenbrier leads it by 1, 14-13. They're going to put back into the game Nick Hewitt, their starting running back. 205 pounds of muscle. And he's going to block for his quarterback. His quarterback under pressure to throw a screen pass, and this is Hewitt. And he's got some room to the 40, to the 35, breaks tackles to the 30. He might go. He's to the 10. He is brought down by Hughes at the 2-yard line. They ran a beautiful screen pass, and Hewitt not only is strong, but made some nice moves as he made his way all the way to the 2.
Yes, he's very elusive, and that's really how he extends the plays and makes those big plays, is he's able to be quick on his feet, and again, he was just that right there, able to make a huge play for the Panthers.
Here is a running play. Hewitt will score. So Greenbrier puts another touchdown on the board, puts more pressure on Arkadelphia by stretching it back to a 7-point lead. Now it can be 8 with the extra point. 10:01 left. We're in the second quarter. We're going to change batteries on this camera here in just a few moments. So if you see the picture go dark, it won't be long. We'll get it back up as soon as we change batteries. Here's the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. So the lead is 8. It is Greenbrier 21, Arkadelphia 13 with 10:01 left here in the second quarter. Let's keep it right here, Chase, and we'll talk about the fact that Arkadelphia is finding itself in a position where they've got to score on every possession just to keep up with Greenbrier. The defense is going to be talking about how they can stop Hewitt, McElhenney, Weaver, Wilcox, all of these talented players for Greenbrier that have produced 3 touchdowns so far. But at the same time, the Arkadelphia offense has successfully moved the ball on every possession and scored on 2 of the 3.
You're right, Jeff, and really that first defensive stop from Greenbrier has proved to be the difference thus far. The Badgers did a great job of moving the ball downfield. Were able to get it down into Greenbrier's red zone, but they were able to make the stop. Since then, Greenbrier hasn't been able to stop this Arkadelphia offense. In fact, both teams, between these two teams, we've seen scores on 5 consecutive drives. So this could be one of those nights where a defensive stop ends up proving to be the difference in a ball game. Every one of them is going to count in what's shaping up to be a shootout.
The touchdowns for Arkadelphia have come on a Witten to Bailey 37-yard pass and a Davis run for a touchdown. And now Arkadelphia will return the kickoff. It's been a good night for Latonio Hughes on one kickoff. He's been stopped at the 16 on the other 2, but both of those turned into 84-yard touchdown drives. Here's the kickoff, and it will be returnable to the 20, return to the 25. Nice return on the far sideline to the 40, to the 50, down at the 49-yard line. Arkadelphia with a beautiful return, and the Badgers have good field position.
And I don't think we've given enough credit to how well Latonio Hughes runs off of contact. He was hit pretty early there on that return, but he was able to shake off the tackler, actually shook off a couple guys, and even there with the tackle in midfield, it almost looked like Hughes was able to lower himself there and was just tripped up by the defense.
Ball spotted at the 50-yard line. First down and 10 to start the possession for Arkadelphia. Pass into the flat. There's some room for Loy. He's going to make 9 yards on first down, but the ball came loose as he was on the far sideline. Greenbrier has it. A turnover against Arkadelphia's offense, and it is first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Not what you want to see if you're Arkadelphia right now, but a heads-up play by Greenbrier, pouncing on the ball as soon as it came out.
It was a low tackle, and he got football, and it separated the ball from Loy, and so the recovery made by Greenbrier, and the Panthers have an opportunity now to stretch this lead for the first time to more than one touchdown. 21-13, Greenbrier with the ball, and they've got 55 yards to go. Still 9:41 left, second quarter. He had made a good gain on first down before the fumble. Wilcox with receivers to the right and the left. Good quarterback, wants to throw the ball under. A lot of pressure, though. Chased out of the pocket. Now he's down the sideline and has yardage, but a flag is down way back in the backfield after the quarterback had left the pocket. Not sure what the call is going to be. It was not part of the action, but it was a hold. Really kind of a needless hold, I think. The quarterback had already gotten by on the play, but a holding call will bring it back. That is a tremendous help to Arkadelphia.
Yep, and I think maybe on that last play, the penalty actually occurred as the pocket was breaking down. Wilcox tried to find some space, and Maybe one of the blocks there got a little too much jersey. Umpire threw the flag, and
it was blatant right in front of the official. Now mark it off from the 40 where the foul occurred, and so the ball's placed on the 30. And it's 1st and 25. On 1st and 25, they'll send it back into the backfield along with the quarterback. And they're going to run it. Up the middle it goes, but not much there. Landon Kewen and 3 other Badgers in on the tackle. A short gain this time. Well defended. And it's 2nd down and 23.
And the Badgers' defense has been tested by a very strong offense up to this point. But the Badgers, it seems, especially on those runs inside, making some adjustments drive by drive and able to make those plays shorter and shorter.
Jackson Harp is in the backfield to the left of his quarterback. He's going to block. Quarterback will throw it deep to the left side. There's a pass completion back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll be knocked out of bounds by Davis, who's in on defense. It's going to be 3rd down, but they have cut the distance to only 7 yards now, 3rd and 7.
And a good job there by Davis standing his ground and pushing the wide receiver out of bounds there, but a great job there extending the play, spinning out of the tackle attempt, able to get a yard or 2 extra, and now it's 3rd and manageable for Greenbrier.
Pinpoint passing from Greenbrier. Harp is still the running back to the left of his quarterback, Wilcox. Back to pass. Wilcox under a bit of pressure. He's retreating. He fires the ball, and it is incomplete. It's 4th down and 7. Greenbrier leading by a touchdown, 8 points up. What will they do on 4th down? Looks like they might want to punt the ball away. Wilcox will check out. You could see a fake punt from this spot on the field, but Wilcox is such a talented quarterback. If he's going to check out, I think we might see a punt. But the punter is Hewitt, who is a talented runner, and he will kick it. Kick is going to be off the side of his foot, and it will go out of bounds. Decent field position for Arkadelphia. So the Badgers escape the penalty of that, or the problem of that turnover, with some very fine defensive work, the best of the night.
Yep, kudos to the Badgers defense, holding Greenbrier to only 2 or 3 yards offensively on that drive. They had good field position, but a strong stand there from the Badgers defense following the turnover. That's exactly what you want at this point in the ballgame. That could have been a huge turning point, but the Badgers able to stay within a score, and now they got the ball back.
Arkadelphia lines up with Whitten at quarterback, Davis next to him. They're going to pitch it to Davis. Ja'Shawn Davis now turns upfield. Now to the sideline he will go, and he'll make some yardage, and then a number of defenders will converge and knock him down. That's still a decent gain on 1st down. He got 4 to maybe 5 yards. We'll see where they spot it. They'll spot it at the 34-yard line. He got 5. 2nd and 5 coming. The Arkadelphia offense trying to convert after the first defensive hold by Arkadelphia. Badgers still just trailing by 8. 7:58 left. We're in the 2nd quarter, clock running. Arkadelphia needs a State Farm first, or for State Farm touchdown. Here's a running play, a fumble, and a fight for the football. Waiting for the call. I believe Arkadelphia is going to keep it, and I think he came up with it again. The 2nd fumble recovery for Robinson. What a job by Robinson. Twice tonight he's bailed out his teammates.
Yep, and that is something that you don't see every day. Ja'Shawn Davis fumbling the football. He is a very good ball carrier, especially when it comes to protecting the football. In fact, last year he didn't fumble the football once, but that's exactly what we saw right here. Great job by Robinson, able to scoop up the football. And it's a 1st down for the Badgers, able to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, the run and the fumble recovery, both enough to count for a Welch Funeral Home 1st down. Ball at the 40-yard line. Now whistles will blow, and they will stop the action. And it's a timeout. I think it's a timeout. The PA says it's a flag. Let's see, is it a flag or a timeout? Going to be a timeout. Going to be a timeout, Arkadelphia. We're going to take a break also. 7:18 left. We're in the 2nd quarter. Arkadelphia trails it by 8. It's the Panthers 21, the Badgers 13, and we'll be back after this.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Blake Bell, one of your Arkadelphia Edward Jones financial advisors, understands this. That's why Blake Bell of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Badger Pride Marching Band on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. For all of your investment needs, call 870-246-5974 or visit EdwardJones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
We appreciate Blake Bell and Edward Jones as a sponsor of the Badgers. Blake, of course, member of the Arkadelphia School Board, and he's doing a great job with a committee in that he is putting together some memorabilia from the schools that are being replaced by new facilities as time goes by, and that committee is doing great work. Also want to say thank you to Dairy Queen for being a sponsor. This is going to be so exciting when they open in Arkadelphia. It's coming very, very soon. Arkadelphia on first down will run the ball. Here's Whitten. He's got some yardage, 5, 6, 7 yards. The one thing that we're seeing consistently here on the running game is the Badgers are falling forward. They're really fighting for every yard.
They really are, and that's exactly what you got to do against Greenbrier. The Badgers, not only are they picking up those yards and able to move the sticks, but they're also doing so by wearing down the Panthers defense little by little. Every play that the Panthers defense is out there, they're getting more and more tired, and that opens up more opportunities for the Badgers offense as this game goes along.
Here's a pitch, and this is Hughes. Hughes looks for a place to go. He cannot avoid a tackler, and now it just depends on where they spot the ball because they pushed him out of bounds way back at 35. But his forward progress should not be nearly that far back. He wanted a place to cut up the field and couldn't find one, and then when he was hit, he couldn't escape the tackler. They're going to spot it at the 42, and that loss makes it 3rd down and 8 for the Badgers at their own 42-yard line. Very important play coming for Arkadelphia. Still 6:21 left in the second quarter. Babb is the receiver to the near side. You'll see him lining up near the sideline, number 13. 3 receivers to the wide side. Whitten looks down the field. Now he'll roll to the right side under some pressure. He avoids Hewitt. Now he wants to run, but he's got nowhere to go, really, and he's going to perhaps make it back to the line of scrimmage, make a yard or two, no more than that. 4th down coming. Everybody was covered downfield. Good job by the Panthers.
And we've seen the Panther secondary really make it tough on Whitten in this game. He really hasn't had too many options downfield, and that's because this is a very talented Panther secondary. They've done a great job in coverage all night, and really a good job there from the pass rush, able to adjust with the time they were given, and they were able to stop Whitten near the line of scrimmage.
So they may go for it, or Whitten might kick it. We'll see which they do. They're going to fake the pitch. He wants to pass. He's under pressure. He'll throw the ball. It's just over the head of Davis and incomplete. So it'll go back to the line of scrimmage. Greenbrier will have the ball at the Arkadelphia 42-yard line. He actually stayed up long enough to find Davis, but as he was being tackled, he couldn't quite get the ball to Davis, and it turns over on downs.
It looks like we have an injured Badger on the field. That looked like Darian Beard.
And we'll take a break while they attend to him on the field. Once again, Greenbrier's got a nice opportunity now. The ball, an 8-point lead, 5:18 left in the second quarter. We'll see what Arkadelphia can do against the Panthers when we come back after this. Both defenses stiffened last 2 possessions by the 2 offenses, and now good field position to start this drive for Greenbrier at the Arkadelphia 42-yard line. Here's a running play by the quarterback, and Wilcox is fast, who breaks 2 tackles, and he might go to the 20-yard line. He's to the 15. He's going to score. Beautiful job of bouncing off a tackler. It's a one-play 42-yard drive for a touchdown.
That is one strong and one quick quarterback right there. Wilcox, the senior, coming up big for his team right there. His 3rd touchdown of the night. He's got the hat trick, 2 on the ground and 1 through the air. Another strong run there. That one going for 45 yards as he breaks the tackle and finds open space, running it in for 6.
So Wilcox is a guy that you got to wrap up. You hit him, and he'll bounce off and keep running. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And it is the Panthers of Greenbrier High School 28 and the Badgers of Arkadelphia High School 13. 5:05 left in the second quarter. And we'll see if Arkadelphia can fight back when we come back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on West Pine Street, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school.
Arkadelphia really would love to have a drive for a touchdown right here, Chase, because the Badgers trail by 2 touchdowns. Greenbrier will get the ball first in the third quarter. Arkadelphia is looking for a drive right here to pull within 1 touchdown before halftime. Here's the kick. It's a high, long kick this time, but returnable from the 6-yard line. Hit at the 15 and down at the 16. Ball is loose, but he was down. Another good tackle. That same young man has made 2 great tackles. Kane Griffin, only a sophomore. You know, one thing that we heard in the pregame show, the interview that Chris Babb did with Coach Shucker, is that Greenbrier may not be at every position as fast, as athletic as Arkadelphia, but what they do really well is tackle. We've seen that with a couple of hits that have caused fumbles, and we've seen that with a couple of kickoff returns that didn't make it very far.
Yep, and the Panthers already doing a great job adjusting on that first return. Latonio Hughes, you know, he ran strong, and they knew that they weren't going to be able to take him down in head-to-head contacts, and now you've seen them kind of go lower on those tackles in the special teams, and it's worked for the last several kick returns from Hughes.
On first down, Davis in traffic will push the defense for 5 yards. On 2nd and 5, they'll give it back to Davis. Davis looking for a hole. He's got good yardage. A first down out to the 31-yard line. That's a Welch Funeral Home first down, again by Davis, who's accounted for plenty of them tonight for Arkadelphia. And Chase, the offensive line's doing a fine job tonight.
They have been. They've been doing a great job. Really haven't let anybody get to the running backs, and even Witten's had some great protection. They've just had a great secondary to face in the Greenbrier.
That time a good tackle going under Davis and bringing him down, taking his feet out from under him was Dawson Spencer. He's a senior also for Greenbrier. They've got a good senior class here. 2 big wins before this game. This is their home opener. A huge crowd here, and of course a big crowd on the visitor side for Arkadelphia. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll fake it to Davis. Witten wants to throw deep. He fires it deep, and it is caught by Loy, who breaks the tackle to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
And that right there might have been Donovan Witten's best pass of the year. As we take another look with this instant replay. Beautiful throw right between the 2 defenders to Alex Loy. And you can see the high five there from Babb as he trots into the end zone. Execution was perfection there. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Allen on for the extra point for the Badgers. This was an important touchdown, but still 3:39 left in the half. Allen's kick is up. It is good. And it is the Panthers 28, the Badgers 20, 3:39 left in this very exciting second quarter. What a game tonight. What an offensive showcase for each team. We'll be back after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Arkadelphia within a touchdown now. Greenbrier 28, Badgers 20. We've said thank you many times to our sponsors. Want to mention Andy's Restaurant again. What a great job they do in supporting the Badgers. Austin Wingfield State Farm, Blake Bell Edward Jones, Blend Real Estate from our friend Carrie Garnett, Chad Kesterson Shelter Insurance, Clark County Farm Bureau, Dairy Queen, Eccles Thompson and Kneebone, Gary and Rob Rucker, Israel Wardlaw, Farmers Insurance, Java Primo, and we'll bring you the rest of the sponsors momentarily. First, the kickoff. Allen's kick, high, going to be returnable, though, from the 12-yard line. Returned up to the 20, avoiding one tackler, looking for a hole, and now hit and brought down at the 27-yard line. That's a good hit, good tackle by Arkadelphia's Alex Turley. Turley's had a good year. Alex Turley is a senior linebacker and is off to a good start in his senior year. Now, a very important possession here for Greenbrier and a very important defensive stand for Arkadelphia. First down for the Panthers at their own 27-yard line. 3:29 left in the second quarter. Wilcox at quarterback just had a long touchdown run, and now he's going to line up with a big back behind him, and that's Hewitt. He will hand off. Up the middle it goes, a running start and a big gain. 7, 8 yards, maybe 9 when they spot it. Good tackle on the spot by a couple of Badgers in on the play for Arkadelphia. Nick Williams, only a sophomore, along with Kobe Buckley. And Hughes, I think, in on the tackle. Second down, a long one for Greenbrier. A running play. He's hitting the backfield and will not get the yardage. Landon Kewen, big play.
And Kewen did a great job there getting off of his block and able to get into the backfield to bring down the ball carrier. Big play there for Arkadelphia's defense. That forces a 3rd and short now. We'll see what the Panthers come up with.
You know, to tackle Hewitt is one thing, but to keep him from falling forward and making even the 1 yard he needed for a first down, that's a huge tackle by Kewen. Empty backfield. The quarterback will run it himself. He cuts it upfield. He's going to have a first down. Tackled by Buckley and a couple of other Badgers, but a good run by the quarterback. He's a strong young man himself, and he's got a first down out to the Panther 46-yard line. At the 46-yard line, first down and 10 for Greenbrier. 2:15 left, clock running. And it is a fumble, and falling on it is the running back. Hewitt didn't get the handoff, but it bounced right back to him, and he went down. Prevented the turnover, but lost a couple of yards on first down. Ooh, an opportunity there, but the ball didn't bounce the right direction. And timeout by Greenbrier with still 1:52 left. So we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. Arkadelphia fighting back defensively, trying to give the offense a chance to come back and pulled within 1 or even tie the game up before halftime. 1:52 left. Greenbrier 28, Arkadelphia 20. We'll be back after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Ball at the 45-yard line of Greenbrier. The Panthers have the ball. It is second down, 11 yards to go. We saw the ball on the turf momentarily there, Chase. Would have been great to see the Badgers fall on it, but Hewitt was quick to find the football again. He just lost a yard.
Yep, good recovery, and we've seen several close calls for both teams in this contest. Only 1 turnover up to this point.
Wilcox at quarterback wants to pass, and he will throw to the flat, and it's a complete pass, and then stepping out of bounds after he made the catch was Reed Nixon.
And Nixon there making the smart play, able to get to the outside, make the catch, and then steps out of bounds to stop the clock. If you're Greenbrier, you got to be happy with that result.
Third down between 3 and 4 needed by Greenbrier. Is such a good fake that Arkadelphia, I believe, thought for a moment it was a running play. Here's a throw to the flat. Boy, they have the timing down on that pass, don't they? The very same play complete to Nixon again for yardage up to the 40 and again out of bounds. Lots of time left at 1:46. Still 2 timeouts for Greenbrier. What an efficient passer. He's got a strong arm. throwing sideline to sideline, occasionally throwing the ball down the field and hitting his targets. Wilcox is a talented passer. Big night also for Whitten of Arkadelphia. Run to the left side. He'll get around one defender and look for the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds with a gain of 2. I think we'll call it a 2-yard gain. Does stop the clock with 1:38 left, but Arkadelphia defended that one well.
They did, and that was a good job forcing the runner to the outside there. Wilcox didn't really have anywhere to go. You got to give credit to the senior quarterback, though, there. Even though he's only able to pick up a couple yards, he does manage to step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Ball at the Arkadelphia 39-yard line. 5 receivers in the game, no running backs. Wilcox wants to pass. Now he's going to run, but he's hit in the backfield and will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 coming.
Quarterback either by number 9, Cooper Wilcox. We have a timeout on the field by the Panthers. That'll be their second of the first half.
Timeout by Greenbrier, and we'll keep it right here, Chase. 1:27 left before halftime. Panthers 28, Arkadelphia 20. Big third down coming.
Yes, it is. And really quick, I want to go back to that last play. That was a big tackle made in the backfield. I believe it was number 27, Jacoby Muldrow, making the play for the Badgers.
Alex Turley also in on the tackle for Arkadelphia on the play. This is an important play coming up, though. Third down, 11 yards to go. Arkadelphia, if they can hold right here, it might be fourth down territory, but on 3rd and 11, they've got an opportunity. It's just that you don't know if Wilcox is going to throw the ball downfield, throw the ball to the sideline, or run himself. He has a long touchdown run on just the last possession by Greenbrier. So everybody on defense has got to play their position properly. They certainly did so on first down, though. It is 2nd and long. Here comes Greenbrier. Quarterback Wilcox. And they're going to send into the backfield instead of Hewitt. They're going to send in Dawson Spencer. Spencer's also a senior. Not quite as big as Hewitt. And now they'll correct the down and distance. It is 11 yards, but it's 3rd down, not 2nd down. I said 2nd down a moment ago looking at the box, but they've corrected it. It is 3rd down. It said 3rd. They moved it to 2nd, now back to 3rd, and 3rd is correct. Arkadelphia sets up defensively. Back to pass. The quarterback will fire it deep, looking for the end zone. McElhenney is back there, and he's got the catch. Arkadelphia almost got there. Ollie Ware got there just a split second too late. And this track speedster, McElhenney, makes the touchdown. Carter McElhenney, 5'8", 150, and one of the best track stars in 5A, got the deep pass for a touchdown.
And Greenbrier, again, great execution on that play. McElhaney using the speed to his advantage, able to beat the Arkadelphia secondary. They had pretty good coverage on that deep ball, though, just couldn't make the play in time. And it's a good play for Greenbrier as they extend their lead to 35-20 here with just over a minute left. And how about Wilcox on his way to a monster game? 4 first-half touchdowns for the Panthers senior quarterback.
Tremendous job by the Greenbrier offense. Arkadelphia needs its offense to come through one more time. Badgers have scored 3 touchdowns. They need a 4th to be within a touchdown at halftime, especially with Greenbrier getting the kickoff to begin the 3rd quarter. So we're going to take a break with a 35-20 score. Greenbrier in the lead, 1:18 left before halftime. We'll be back after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Once again, we greatly appreciate all of our sponsors, and we mentioned some of the sponsors a moment ago. Let me also mention Mary and Martha's our sponsor, longtime supporters of Arkadelphia Badger football, Midian Digital Creations, Pediatrics Plus, Price & Company, Providence Veterinary Care, South Central Connect, Southern Bank Corps. Kickoff is going to be returnable for Hughes from the 4-yard line. He'll make his way up to the 20. I'm sorry, to the 15, now the 20. He's in a sprint to the 30, to the 40, and he might go. He's got one man to beat. He's going to break that tackle, but then a couple of Panthers will catch him and knock him down at the 39-yard line of Greenbrier. Wonderful return once again by Hughes. Also sponsoring our game tonight, Southwest Auto Collection, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King and Associates, Turner, Rogers, Manning and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, and Roadrunner. We appreciate all of our sponsors once again. So Arkadelphia's got that chance, Chase, ball 39-yard line.
And another strong return from Hughes. He'd had a series of some kick returns that were just very well covered, wasn't quite able to make anything happen, but that time he had the blocks. He was able to break into the open field, and he makes a great return.
Witten wants to pass. Now he wants to run. To the left side, he'll throw the ball, and he throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Looking for a receiver open. He couldn't quite find one. He did throw it out of bounds on purpose, I believe. The receiver over there was Evan Bailey, the sophomore.
That'll make it 2nd down and 10 for the Badgers.
Arkadelphia will send Hughes, Bailey, and Babb to the left side of the field, the near side on your screen. To the far side at the top of the screen, that's Loy. Back to pass, Witten looks downfield. Lots of time. He'll step up. Now he wants to run. He's going to get a little bit of yardage. He will run over a defender and make an extra couple of yards. They're going to mark him out of bounds. That stopped the clock with 49 seconds left. Gain of 8 on the play. 3rd down, 2 yards to go.
15, that was Nick Hewitt.
Spotted at the 31-yard line. Arkadelphia needs 2 for a first down. 49 seconds left before halftime. Babb, Bailey, Hughes to the left side. And they're going to run it with Witten, and Witten will fall forward. I think they'll say that's 2 yards and a first down. Let's see if they have to take a closer look. First down. They are going to say it's a first down. In fact, that's a Welch Funeral Home first down for Arkadelphia.
Great job there by Witten again. Knew what he had to do on that play, and he's able to run forward and falls forward for that first down. Now Badgers keep on rolling.
On first down, lots of time for Witten. Looking downfield, nobody open. Now he's going to roll back to his left, roll back to his right. Under pressure, rolling again, nobody open. Backing up, he'll fire it downfield. Oh my, he got it to a receiver. Is that a catch? It is not a catch. He was out of bounds. It was a good pass, good catch, but stepping just a little bit on the line was Bailey. What a recovery to make a pass that had a chance to be completed. Does fall incomplete. Took some time off the clock, only 17 seconds left.
Yep, and there you just got to give credit to Witten for extending the play in that situation. He did have some good protection from the offensive line, but just excellent coverage from that secondary of Greenbrier. Didn't really have anybody open. The defensive pressure started to come, and he was able to still get the ball away and able to throw it out of bounds.
Greenbrier wants a timeout so they can make sure their defense is ready for a pass to the end zone, because Witten can certainly get it there from here. He's got the arm to throw it to the end zone.
He absolutely does. It's just been a matter of finding the open man when those opportunities arise, and really there haven't been many opportunities. This is a secondary that tends to clamp down on wide receivers and makes it a tough night for opposing quarterbacks.
Arkadelphia has 2 timeouts left, so enough time to score here. They can not only throw it to the goal line right now, but they can certainly go for the first down on 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. 2 timeouts left, 17 seconds. Arkadelphia down by 15, looking to score here before halftime. The Badgers have scored 3 touchdowns, but they have given up 5. Invite you to stay tuned at halftime. We will bring you the halftime show, including that famous Arkadelphia High School marching band and its announcer, Mr. Steve Patterson. Going to bring you that halftime show here in just a few moments. First of all, on 2nd down and 10, here is Witten. Witten will run to his left, throw a short pass. It goes to Bailey. Bailey breaks the tackle, breaks another, and he'll fall forward to the 21. Not enough for a first down. Down to 9 seconds left, and Arkadelphia will have to use a timeout. Arkadelphia has called timeout. We'll take a break. It is Greenbrier 35, Arkadelphia 20. The Badgers have 9 seconds to cover 21 yards and try to score. We'll see if they can do it when we come back.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
88 degrees at kickoff, now 79 degrees clear, and a beautiful night here in Greenbrier, and a huge home crowd. The home opener for Greenbrier. They have really high hopes for what this team can do in 5A this year. Arkadelphia, very nice crowd as always on the road, and the band will perform here in just a few moments. 3rd down and 2. Arkadelphia, though, needs 21 yards for a touchdown. Only 9 seconds left. Whitten looks to the sideline. 4 receivers to the left side. The bottom of your screen. 1 to the top of the screen on the right side. Back to pass. Whitten under pressure. He'll fire, looking for a receiver in the end zone. Ball batted up and incomplete. Well defended on the far side over there. All alone defending is their best defensive back, Preston Riddle, and he was in the right position to make the play.
Yep, Riddle, the senior safety, has been phenomenal for the Panthers all season long.
So Arkadelphia has 1 play left, 2 seconds left in the second quarter, and Arkadelphia is going to go for a field goal. This will be a 38-yard field goal for Spencer Allen. Spencer Allen will line up to kick it. The hold is good. The kick is up. It's going to be far enough. Allen's kick is just wide to the left. Beautiful kick, but it slid off to the left just enough to narrowly miss going through the uprights, and so Arkadelphia does not get points before halftime. The defense will have to come out and play well, as Greenbrier will have the ball first in the second half, and Greenbrier leads it at halftime 35-20 over Arkadelphia. We will be back with the halftime show. Proud of all of our sponsors, our halftime sponsor for the Arkadelphia Badgers, Southern Bank Corps, and we'll be back with that halftime show. And Chris Babb after this.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. It's just in time for the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band, and we will be sticking our microphones out of our booth so you can hear the band, and so you see the band's the view from above. Their competition show. Drum Major Colson McKinney being led onto the field by his flight attendants. I guess pilot Colson McKinney being led onto the field by his flight attendants. And we bring to you the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arkadelphia High School is proud to present, as they take the field for your halftime entertainment, sponsored by Southern Bancorp of Arkadelphia, your 5-time state champions, the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band! Tonight, the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band will present parts of their 2021 competition show entitled Flight, the View from Above. The school's musical selections include 1,000 Airplanes on the Roof by Philip Glass and One Day I'll Fly Away from Moulin Rouge featuring French horn soloist Calvin Clardy. Now please prepare for takeoff and hold on tight as you join me in welcoming Drum Major and Pilot Colson McKinney and the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band!
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please be seated, fasten your seatbelt, and enjoy your flight.
the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride marching band. Band is under the direction of Mr. Aaron Stevens.
Fantastic show from the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride marching band as they add a little bit to their competition show. They'll be in action next. No game next week for Arkadelphia. A first conference game of the 2021 season will be in 2 weeks at Badger Stadium, and that's the next time you'll have a chance to catch the next part of the show of the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band, their competition show entitled The View from Above. You're watching the Southern Bancorp halftime show. I'd like to thank Southern Bancorp for sponsoring the band again. At halftime, your score, Greenbrier 35, Arkadelphia 20. When we come back, Jim Rothwell will join us, and we'll take a look at probably got a couple of offensive statistics to take a look at for both teams with 55 points in the first half. Greenbrier 35, Arkadelphia 20. And we will be back with more of the Southern Bancorp halftime show. After this timeout, you're watching ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb bringing in Jim Rothwell. Your halftime score, Greenbrier 35, Arkadelphia 20. And Jim, that was we've only got 7 minutes till halftime. Is that enough time for you to get through all the offensive numbers for that first half?
I don't know. It was a pretty I was having a little trouble keeping up. The ball was changing so fast and scoring so fast.
I bet you were.
But it's a tale of the Greenbrier quarterback and one particular receiver. Wilcox, the quarterback, was 11 out of 12. Everything was on target. I mean,
Right.
there was one pass that was not even close, but the rest of them were right there. 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then McElhaney had 5 receptions for 87 yards. He was able to get behind the Arkadelphia secondary a couple of times there for big plays. He had spread it around to the other 2 receivers. Strack and Nixon both have a couple of receptions. Strack had a big one for 2 receptions for 40 yards, one big play in that. Rushing, Arkadelphia's defense has done a pretty good job after the first couple of runs by Hewitt, the big running back. They've done a good job. The quarterback has hurt them again. He has 5 carries for 61 yards, 1 long run for the touchdown there, And then Hewitt ended up with 6 carries for 67. But a lot of that came on the first drive or two. Since that first drive or two, the running game has shut down. I mean, Arkadelphia's done a good job. I think that has hurt them because a lot of those short passes to the outside, to the running backs, to the receivers, the linebackers are so concentrated on staying in to make sure they stop Hewitt that they can't get out there and help on those receivers. And those receivers have made some plays after catching the ball as well.
And we've seen more missed tackles this first half from Arkadelphia than we have the previous 2 games. Lots of missed tackles.
Yeah, really we have. I mean, you can understand with Hewitt, he is a big running back. But these receivers are not that big. They should not be running through the tackles of Arkadelphia. So we've seen a lot of missed tackles. Very efficient in what they've done. Good balance between running and passing for Greenbrier. I think they scored on every possession except one, if I remember right.
Right. Yeah, and it was 21-30, and that was the first stop Arkadelphia got. It was on
I think they turned the ball over.
Yeah.
And that is the only time they stopped it. But Arkadelphia's offense has moved the ball. The first drive, they moved it down there, got stopped. A couple of other drives, they continue to move the ball, but they just can't finish off every one of them like Greenbrier is doing. Witten, good job total yards. He was 7 out of 15, 130 yards, 1 TD. A couple of receptions for Aloy, 3 for 80 yards, a big one there. Bailey had 2 for 45 yards. Rushing, it's been Deshaun Davis, 14 carries for 93 yards. And then Hughes has helped out 3 carries for 48 as well. So
3 carries for 48 yards and a lot of yards. I would guess his average. Now, Arkadelphia did have 5 kickoff returns, and a couple of those, Latonio Hughes ended up getting having 3 Panthers there, and they were able to hold him to short returns. But the other 3, there was some significant yardage gain for Arkadelphia on return yards from Latonio Hughes.
There were 6 counting the opening kickoff, and 3 of them were 40 yards plus. The other 3 were 5 and 10, something 15 maybe. But 3 of them 40 yards plus, setting up good field position for Arkadelphia on those 3 drives.
And Arkadelphia did end up scoring on some of those, but I think both times Greenbrier was able to make open field tackle to at least force Latonio to the side and at least stop his momentum and allow his other Greenbrier defenders to come make a tackle, keeping him from going to the house.
That's true. A couple of them, it looked like he had a very good chance to break it and take it all the way, and Greenbrier did a good job. The kicker a couple of times was the one that slowed him down to let everybody else get to catch up.
Yeah, Coach Shucker, Jeff mentioned it a couple of times in the first half. Coach Shucker mentioned it in the pregame show that the players that Greenbrier was going to have on the field were going to be sure tacklers, and they've not missed many tackles, and they did miss a couple. They made a couple of nice open field tackles on those returns.
Yes, it's been good to see Deshaun run with power tonight. There were a couple of runs that he was just running real strong. I think we'll see that in the second half as well. He's the type of back that can wear on you and get stronger as the game goes. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, talking to their broadcast crew, they knew Jashawn Davis. They remember from last year. You remember in the second half last year, Arkadelphia trailed at halftime, and I believe it may have been by 14 points. It was close, maybe 21-7, something like that. Jashawn Davis had a pick six, an interception return for a touchdown in that game. They knew Jashawn Davis. They knew his name. They knew how to stop him. And I don't remember if you couldn't hear this on the broadcast, but I noticed one of the first runs Jashawn had, he gained about 5 or 6 yards, but the Greenbrier defense hit him back, and the crowd was excited that he fell backwards instead of forwards. Right. Jashawn Davis is going to be the focus of a lot of these defensive units, because if you're trying to stop him, and that's how Arkadelphia has been able to spread the ball out.
Right. Donovan Whitten's done a good job scrambling. Several times he's had plenty of time to throw, particularly maybe early in the game. His protection was real good, and but later in the second half he had to scramble some, and he did a good job. He threw the ball away a couple times, which is what he needed to do to avoid a big loss. He's found a couple of receivers on the run. He missed just a big play to Deshaun to get a first down on one of the drives on a 4th down. He had some pressure. He got it out there. He just had a little too much on it because he was falling forward. They would hit him and pushed him.
Big possession as we start the third quarter in a few minutes. Greenbrier will have the ball, up 2 scores, trying to get the first 3 possession lead of the night. The Arkadelphia defense trying to come out, make some halftime adjustments, and try to get a stop to get the ball back to cut into this 2-touchdown lead for the Panthers. Thanks for tuning in to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. When we come back, Jeff Root, Chase Hartz will be back on the call for the second half. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football on Arkadelphia Badger TV, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, you're...
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia, contact Shelter Agent Chad Kesterson.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Blake Bell, one of your Arkadelphia Edward Jones financial advisors, understands this. That's why Blake Bell of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Badger Pride Marching Band on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. For all of your investment needs, call 870-246-5974 or visit EdwardJones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Football season has been here for a few weeks, and finally football weather has arrived, Chase. It's a beautiful night here, lower than 80 degrees. Really nice night for football. Arkadelphia still in this game, but they're going to have to play some good defense to begin the third quarter.
That's right, and the story thus far has been the senior quarterback, Cooper Wilcox. Wilcox coming off a season in 2020 in which he earned all conference honors. He was out for the game against Arkadelphia last year. Badgers didn't get a glance at him, but they've gotten a great look at him here tonight, and he has been here in full force. 4 first-half touchdowns, and it's just been a great night for him and the Panthers offense thus far, putting up 35 points. But the Badgers doing a great job of responding with 20 points of their own. That's more than either of the Panthers' first 2 opponents this season put up in the entire game against Greenbrier. So it's been a great night for the Arkadelphia offense. They've just been facing a very tough Greenbrier offense on that other side of the field.
No doubt about it. Arkadelphia is going to have to regroup defensively, but you just got to give more appreciation to the offense for Greenbrier than worrying about the Arkadelphia defense. They've fought very hard, but what an outstanding job by the senior quarterback for Greenbrier. I mean, Wilcox has been lights out, as explained in the halftime stats by Jim Rothwell, and as we've described through the first half, just almost automatic at quarterback. He not only throws the ball well, he throws it with tremendous precision, hitting most of the receivers right in the chest. So, Arkadelphia has had time to regroup at halftime defensively, and we'll see what they'll do on this possession. Kickoff to the middle of the field, return from the 10-yard line. Well defended, but now a misdirection. He's going to run back to the far sideline and make some yardage. They'll drag him out of bounds, but a flag goes down, maybe on the tackle at the 34-yard line. And a second flag goes down after the play.
And that first one came from the umpire. It looked like it was holding, and it was.
So let's see if that's the only call. 2 flags came down, though. Let's see. Officials are going to talk about it. I think they're going to mark it off against Greenbrier. And I believe that is the call. 2 flags went down. Both are going to be the holding call. It looks like they're going to put the ball at the 21-yard line. So that good kickoff return nullified to some extent anyway. Ball back at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 for Greenbrier. The Panthers have had a very effective offense so far in the game. 35-20, Panthers leading the Badgers. First possession of the second half, and here we go. Quarterback having a great game as a senior, Cooper Wilcox. Did not play against Arkadelphia last year, but came back and played well throughout the rest of the season and is having a great senior season so far. Running play, not very much. Well defended by Arkadelphia. If you worried about whether or not Arkadelphia would come out with some steam, yes, they did. They showed it on the first play from scrimmage.
Yep, and that was a great job there by Marvion Berry getting to the ball carrier from the get-go right there. Only able pick up a yard or 2 on that one, and the Badgers making a good defensive start to start out the second half.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Wilcox looks to the sideline. Hewitt is his running back, also a senior, to the right of his quarterback. They're both good runners. And now flags will go down to stop the play. That's going to be against Greenbrier. A couple of penalties early in the third quarter against Greenbrier. It's going to be second down and 13 yards to go. Well, this bodes well for Arkadelphia.
Yep, and for an offense that was humming throughout the first half, as Greenbrier here, first thing you want to do is just continue that right here, but penalties making that tough. Panthers made just 1 or 2 yards of progress on that first play, and now losing yardage on that penalty, making it tougher for the Panthers starting out here in the second half of the game.
Wilcox at quarterback. Hewitt is his running back. Arkadelphia lines up. They want to put pressure on Wilcox. He'll fire the ball deep, looking down the middle of the field. It's caught at the 50-yard line. Beautiful pass, pinpoint pass, and a good catch by another senior, Jacob Mathis.
And a phenomenal pass there from Wilcox to Mathis. We've seen accuracy from him just about to everybody he's thrown it. Just one incompletion up to this point in the game, and he connects there again.
Ball spotted at the 49. Wilcox will make some yardage. He's hit by 2, 3 Badgers, brought down at the Arkadelphia 47-yard line. Defending on the play for Arkadelphia, Landon Kewen. He's had a big game, and Katie Young, also defending for Arkadelphia on the play. A sophomore really playing well tonight on defense is Nick Williams. He's a youngster, but playing well also. Second down, 6 yards to go. He'll throw to the flat, and he'll miss his intended target, but that's an incomplete pass. Is that the first really bad pass I've seen from the quarterback tonight? He hasn't had many.
He has it, and right there, just a little bit of a miscommunication. Not something you see very often, but that is exactly what we saw right there. I believe that's only his second incompletion of the night total.
And it was a pass to the flat where he has been right on target all night. Anyway, third down, big play for Arkadelphia's defense. Third down, 6 yards to go for the Panthers at the Arkadelphia 47-yard line. Badgers back up, play pass defense. Wilcox will fire the ball into the flat. There's a catch. He's going to have a first down and more. To the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's going to make it. Beautiful pattern. Nice call from the bench. Opened up the wide side of the field, and making the catch and then sprinting to the end zone was Jacob Mathis for his second touchdown tonight.
And we saw the precise arm there bouncing back from that rough pass the play prior. Just another strong throw there into the flats, and an even better run after catch from the wide receiver, taking it to the house, and Greenbrier with another score.
The kick is up and good, but there is a flag down, so let's see. The official is blowing the whistle and is saying this is going to go against Greenbrier. Against Greenbrier. They're going to make him kick it again, I believe. The kicker, who has also been good for Greenbrier tonight, is Bradley Turnage, and he's also a senior. This is a very good senior class for Greenbrier. So, first possession of the second half. Greenbrier had a few bad plays, but came up with a big play for a first down to midfield and then a nice touchdown to Mathis. And Turnage will kick. It is up, and it is perfect. Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 20. Arkadelphia will get the ball for the first time in the second half when we come back. 9:45 left. We're in the third quarter. We'll be back after this.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, your dog swallowed the remote again.
Who's that?
Older Becky.
Oh. Ugh.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
The all-important first possession of the second half goes in the direction of Greenbrier. A touchdown pass on a beautifully designed play.
Yep, just another great pass into the flats and a great run after catch.
Mathis got the first touchdown of the ball game for Greenbrier, first touchdown of the game, and now he comes up with the first touchdown of the second half. High kickoff. This is returnable for Hughes from the 11-yard line. He'll come to the center of the field and look for an opening. He will slip and come down across the 20-yard line. He's had some awfully good returns tonight. That time he was tripped up and lost his footing, and he's a little slow in getting up. Going to have to hope that Mr. Hughes is okay. He's a key part of the Arkadelphia offense and defense. And we'll keep it right here while they take a look at him. 9:35 left. We're in the third quarter tonight. First possession of the second half for Arkadelphia. And this might take a minute, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have Arkadelphia's first possession of the second half. We'll be back after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563.
Yeah.
Yep, and if you need any other reason to believe that Jay-Sean Davis is a strong runner, listen to the pop that we heard when he was able to be taken down at the line. Just a good defensive play there from the Panthers.
That's Hughes in motion, not limping at all. He's made a full recovery, it looks like. Had a little bit of a stinger, but he's all right now. Throw downfield. It's complete to Bailey, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's down at the 8-yard line, but that's a beautiful run by Bailey after a beautiful throw. And Arkadelphia has a Welch Funeral Home first down.
And Witten hasn't had too many opportunities to throw downfield, but when he has thrown downfield, he's had pinpoint accuracy. He had that right there. Finds his man Bailey. Good run after catch from Bailey to get down inside the 10-yard line.
And so timeout has been called by Greenbrier. They tried to make a substitution, and the ball was just about to be snapped, and one of the Panthers was still on the Arkadelphia side of the ball, so they had to call timeout. And we'll take a break also. 6:47 left. We're in the third quarter. Panthers 42, Badgers 20, but Arkadelphia driving, trying to put their fourth touchdown on the board tonight. We'll be back after this.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
If you look at the top of the screen, you'll see a light coming from the baseball stadium. If we were looking through the end zone where the Badgers are trying to score right now, you'd see a huge indoor facility. This is a booming district here just north of Conway. They're about to move to 6A, and it looks to me like they've got an opportunity to be a power in 6A, just like they expect to be a power in 5A this year. So Arkadelphia will line up looking for a touchdown against Greenbrier here to begin the third quarter. First possession anyway for the Badgers. Witten not finding anyone open. Now he'll throw to the end zone. What a catch that is for a touchdown, Arkadelphia. Davis picked it out of a crowd. Touchdown, Badgers.
And what else can you say about that play except it was perfect? Davis. Hopefully we're going to get to take a look at this here in a second, but a fantastic job from Davis, an even greater throw maybe from Witten, able to get it in there among the Greenbrier defenders, and Davis able to bring it in and tap his feet for the touchdown. Huge score there for the Badgers.
What a wonderful Farm Bureau touchdown that was. Davis with a great catch. Kick is up. The kick is good. It is Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 27. Still 6:38 left. We're in the third quarter tonight. Davis has proven himself to be quite a receiver and quite a runner. Beautiful job by Jay-Sean Davis tonight. He's having a whale of a game, and now the defense is going to have one more chance to try to stop those Panthers when we come back after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Great catch in the corner of the end zone by Jay-Sean Davis and a crowd of three Panthers around him. He reached up and grabbed the football. He's got size, he's got speed, and he's got great hands.
Yep, he's the all-around athlete. You can see why several D1 colleges are currently looking at bringing him onto their roster. Davis, just an incredible talent for the Arkadelphia Badgers, and he's on full display here tonight in Greenbrier, Arkansas.
Allen set to kick off for the Badgers. Arkadelphia trails it by 42-27, 6:38 left. There's an onside kick, a high bounce, and Loy, I think, got it. Did he hold on? I think he did. Arkadelphia has the football.
That was a perfect kick.
Wonderful kick by Allen. It bounced high, and Loy went high and brought it down with control at the Greenbrier 48-yard line. First down and 10. Badgers. Onside kick in the third quarter gives Arkadelphia a chance to pull closer.
phenomenal onside kick there from Arkadelphia. I don't even think they caught Greenbrier napping there. I think they were ready for the play, but it was just perfection. Loy making the athletic play, going up and getting the football, and now the Badgers have it on their own side of the,
Carter Babb with a catch on the far side. Babb's going to make some yardage after the catch. Getting the start tonight, Trip Campbell out, and Babb shows that he's ready for that opportunity with the catch and the run. Picked up 5, second down and 5 yards to go. They're going to pitch it to Davis. Davis turns it upfield. Oh, north and south. Look at him go. To the 30, to the 20. Davis to the 10. Davis, touchdown Arkadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jay-Sean Davis Show. Davis turning on the Jets as he takes it to the house. Found the opening, and it was off to the races. It was a foot race. He was winning all the way. Huge score as the Badgers now almost within one possession.
Oh, my goodness. Extra point here, and it is a one-possession game. Still third quarter. Kick is up, and the kick is good. It is Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 34, 6:18 left in the third quarter. Hey, if you were thinking about doing something else, forget it. You got to watch the rest of this football game. I think I'm going to. Chase is going to. Chris is going to stay. This is fantastic. We'll be back with more football action after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Well, it's a huge home crowd, but they got very quiet because 2 quick touchdowns by the Badgers. We got a football game again.
Yep, and just when you thought that maybe this game was getting out of reach, Greenbrier up by 3 scores in the middle of the third quarter. Now just a few seconds transpired after that, and Arkadelphia back within one possession in this ball game, and all of it thanks to Jay-Sean Davis, who came up with 2 huge scores, including that 40-plus yard run we saw just moments ago. Jeff, this is quite the ball game we got on our hands.
A little pooch kick this time is going to be allowed to roll and now picked up, and they'll fall on it. That's very effective down inside the 25. They might give him the 25-yard line, but no chance for a longer return. Nice job by Allen on the onside kick and then on the little pooch kick down the sideline. So Greenbrier has the ball back, a very effective offense coming back out, but Arkadelphia with some renewed life down by only 8 now with 6:15 left in the third quarter. Lots of football left.
And something that we haven't really noted yet, Arkadelphia already at this point in the game, we still have more than half of this third quarter left to go, but Arkadelphia's already scored more points in this contest than Greenbrier's first 2 opponents combined.
And here is a running play by Wilcox, and he'll get some yardage out to the 35, to the 40. He's got good speed. Well, he just almost dropped the snap and somehow turns it into a big gain anyway.
And that's just Wilcox for you. He is able to make a great play out of nothing right there. Just great awareness. He's had great field awareness his entire career. He's had phenomenal display of it here tonight.
Here's a pass, and it's a high pass incomplete. Big hit on the far side, and it's incomplete, 2nd and 10. He missed his target that time, and he hasn't missed his target very often, and then a huge hit on the far side by Arkadelphia's Latonio Hughes. He's back in a big way.
And that's what you love to see right there. After going down, we were wondering if Hughes was going to come back at 100%. Well, he's left it nothing to the imagination here. He is at 100% and maybe even more here.
Movement by Greenbrier. That's going to back him up by 5. Going to be 2nd down and 15 yards to go. They're going to put it back at the 43-yard line, 42-yard line, I should say, of Greenbrier. They've made a few mistakes. They did in this first drive of the third quarter, but they overcame it with a huge touchdown play. Big play that turned into a touchdown for Greenbrier. Now we'll see if Arkadelphia can force another mistake, make a big play defensively. Hughes almost got there for the interception when he made that big hit moments ago. Wilcox Sends Mathis to the left side. He wants to pass. He's got Mathis on a wheel route, but he's going to throw deep downfield to McElhaney, who will not catch the ball. Well defended. I think getting a hand in there for Arkadelphia was Kelburn Middleton, the sophomore. Really nice defensive play because it looked like he was beaten. McElhaney is a sprinter. The ball got there, but I think he got a hand in and knocked it away.
Yep, he did. And just a good, clean play there on defense in coverage. Arkadelphia stopping the speedster from a huge gain. And now Greenbrier facing third and long. A defensive stop here would be huge.
Third down, 15 yards to go. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Wilcox at quarterback will face a blitz. Here comes Arkadelphia. He will get the deep pass away, and he'll overthrow his intended receiver. I think the blitz helped. He overthrew his intended receiver because of pressure on the quarterback by Arkadelphia's sophomore defensive lineman, Caden K.D. Young. It's 4th and 15.
And a great play there from K.D. Young. The sophomore has been making a difference since coming up and starting on the varsity squad and continuing to make his presence felt here against Greenbrier.
Hewitt's going to punt. It's a high kick, end over end. It will be allowed to bounce, and it will take a nice bounce for Greenbrier across the 20 down to the 17-yard line. So Arkadelphia's got a ways to go, but a touchdown and 2 points here, and it's a tie game. Arkadelphia with a nice opportunity now because of the 2 quick touchdowns. A long drive here could make this a very exciting fourth quarter. Still 5:23 left in the third.
Yep, and even just 2 or 3 minutes of game time ago, who would have thought we'd be at this point right now? Arkadelphia was down 3 scores, now within 1 score with the ball, and the chance to maybe even tie up this game. What an incredible start to the second half it's been for the Badgers.
Whitten at quarterback. Next to him is a man among boys, and Jay-Sean Davis. Right up the middle he goes. He'll be tackled. Somebody got him around the leg, and they tackled him. That was Hewitt, but he still got about 5, maybe 6 on first down.
And Davis, even when it seems like he has nowhere to go, he manages to power through and get those extra yards. A solid run there again from the senior running back.
They're going to pitch it to him in the backfield. He'll turn it upfield and get some yardage. He's going to make a first down. Good run by, that time it was Jay-Sean Davis, who came to the left side. Good block by Bailey to set that up, and it is a Welch Funeral Home first down. Arkadelphia on the move with a first down.
Yep. Great run again, and you can see the confidence building on that Arkadelphia sideline and on that Arkadelphia offensive side of the ball, and maybe a little bit of frustration building right now for Greenbrier as the Badgers continue to move it.
Davis comes in motion to the far right side, lower part of your screen. Whitten will pitch it, and here comes Bailey. Bailey cuts it upfield. Ooh, he's hit hard, but he'll bounce off one defender. 2 more are coming, and they knock him down. I think forward progress will be right at the 30, so there's not going to be a gain on the play. That was well defended. Again, those linebackers are tough. Ooh, not a great spot. Back to the 29-yard line, so he did not gain a yard at all. It's second down and 10 for Arkadelphia. The Badgers have Hughes, Bailey, and Babb on the at the top of the screen. Loy at the bottom of the screen to the near side, short side of the field. Pass play for Whitten. Looking downfield. Looking. Now he wants to run. He breaks the tackle. He's up to the 35 and out of bounds. It looked like a sack was coming. Instead, he gets a nice gain.
And Whitten doing something that he does really well, and that's making something out of nothing when the play is broken down. It broke down right there, but he didn't panic. He was able to adjust to the play and was able to run up the field for 5 or 6 yards right there, making this a third and very manageable for the Badgers. Good play there from the junior quarterback.
Third down, they need 4 yards. They're going to give it to Davis. Get us 4 yards, Mr. Davis. He will get 4 yards. Running over defenders, he falls forward. Just depends on the spot. I thought he got near the 40. They're going to spot it at the 39. Let's see if it will require a measurement. It's a first down. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down. No measurement required. The home crowd here does not like it, but the ball's right on the 39, as was the marker, so no measurement required. First down.
Arkadelphia thought it was still fourth down, and when they moved the change, the offense had to get the quarterback's attention because Coach Shucker was calling a different play. Arkadelphia thought it was fourth down too.
And a running play, and they're going to have a running start for a linebacker who gets to the running back before Davis has a chance to run, so it's a loss on the play. They called a blitz there by the linebacker, Mathis, and he was able to get into the backfield, cause a loss of a couple. Second down coming. Still 2:48 left. Clock running. But we're in the third quarter tonight. Arkadelphia trailing by 8. The Badgers have the ball. Whitten back to pass. Fires across the middle. That's a complete pass. A huge hit from the safety, but Hughes held on for a first down. A Welch Funeral Home first down. The ball's on the 40. No, they mark it at the 48-yard line, across the 50 to the 48-yard line. First down in Panther territory for Arkadelphia.
And Hughes took a hard hit, but a great job there to hold on to the football. First down, and the Badgers are in enemy territory.
Here's Whitten on a running play. He'll escape one tackler. He'll escape two. They'll drag him down at the 45-yard line for a gain of 3. Second down and 7 yards to go. Whitten's a tough customer. Made yardage after contact. Hewitt in on the tackle. Running back is also a star linebacker for Greenbrier. On 2nd and 7, Arkadelphia lines up. They're going to give it to Hughes. Hughes running to his left, looking for space. He'll cut upfield, make some yardage. After contact, they'll drag him down short of the first down. But he made it to the 40, so it's third down and only 2 more. 3rd and 2.
Another strong run from Hughes, and he's proving that he's a very tough man to take down. You know, the size and the speed can be a little bit misleading. This is a strong ball carrier for Arkadelphia, and he proved it right there.
Boy, Arkadelphia, player after player, really fighting for every yard. Playing a 5A, about to be 6A team, and going nose-to-nose with him. Running play, hitting the backfield, making a first down is Bailey. Beautiful run by Bailey to avoid a loss and then make a first down. That's a Welch Funeral Home first down. We've had several of them on this drive. No big plays, Chase. They're just methodically driving it down the field.
Yep, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You can see that defense is getting tired the longer that they're out there. And we've seen these long methodical drives work for the Badgers here tonight. And already, slowly but surely, they're edging towards that end zone.
Ball at the 33-yard line of Greenbrier. Whitten back to pass. He's looking deep. He's looking for Davis. Davis fighting for the ball. It is incomplete. The defender, though, I believe interfered. There's a flag down. He never turned around. He had both hands on Davis at the goal line. Yeah, it's going to be against the defense. It's a tough assignment, though, isn't it? Tough assignment to guard Davis. He's big, he's fast, he's got great hands.
Yeah, and that's the question. How do you stop him right there? But that's a good call from the official. Never really turned back to the ball and had his hands on him a little too quick there.
We're waiting for the official to give the call to the home side, but there's no doubt they're going to mark it off. This is not spot of the foul now. In high school, it's a 15-yard penalty. So they'll mark it off and spot the ball at the 17-yard line of Greenbrier. First down and 10. Love that call. Yeah, send Davis deep and fire the ball deep.
Yep, it was a great call, and another great call there at the spot of the foul from the official on what was pretty much a bang-bang play.
Arkadelphia. Bailey is wide to the right. Here's a pitch to Davis. He'll escape one tackler, escape two. Lots of Panthers are there, but he's going to fall forward across the 15 to the 14-yard line. He'll pick up a few on first down. Second down coming. Tell you what, nobody cramping up tonight. Everybody hitting hard here in the second half. Everybody on the Badger side wanting this big comeback to be complete. And here's a running play. Davis up the middle has got some yardage. He's inside the 10. Davis still goes to the 5. He's still going to the 3-yard line, and finally they'll bring him down. Jay-Sean Davis. We thought maybe hit a little bit late, but they're not going to make that call. Instead, it's just going to be a Welch Funeral Home first down on first down and goal. That is the last play of the third quarter, folks. What an amazing third quarter. Greenbrier scored first, took a nice commanding lead, and Arkadelphia roared back. And now Arkadelphia has a chance to start the fourth quarter with a score that could put them either down by 1 or tied, depending on whether or not they go for 2. When we come back, we'll see a very exciting fourth quarter. Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 34. We'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
This is Jeff Root along with me, Chase Hartzell, Chris Babb, statistician Jim Rothwell will give us a report at the end of this football game. There are going to be some fascinating stats because this has been an offensive showcase, and now Arkadelphia has a chance to punch it in. First down and goal at the 3-yard line of Greenbrier. Arkadelphia scored the last 2 touchdowns. They're going for 1 more. Badgers were down 42-20. Got a chance to pull even right here. Power formation. Whitten gives it to Davis. Davis is in. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
I think everyone at John Hawks Memorial Field knew exactly what the call was going to be, but it didn't matter. Ja'Shawn Davis pounding his way into the end zone in power formation, and he picks up the score. Arkadelphia looks like they're going to go for the PAT. This would draw them within 1 of the Panthers.
Yeah, very beginning of the 4th quarter. A little too early to begin to go for 2. So they're going to pull within 1 with this extra point by Allen. The kick is up, and the kick is a line drive shot that is no good. He got some pressure that time and hooked it off to the left. So it's a 2-point game now. Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 40. 11:58 remaining in the football game. What an amazing game, Chase.
It has been, and it started with that early score in the first quarter. Greenbrier went up. They still haven't given that lead back, but Arkadelphia's gotten very close. Greenbrier, as they got out of halftime, really towards the end of the second quarter and moving into the third, it looked like they were about to move away, but Arkadelphia on a 20-0 run since the middle of the third quarter. It's been a phenomenal run for the Badgers on both sides of the football, looking to pull off the huge comeback against a very talented 5A squad on the road.
Still down by 2. Greenbrier will get the ball back, but Arkadelphia has scored the last 3 touchdowns, and they trail by 2. We'll keep it right here as Arkadelphia makes its way onto the field for the kickoff. Now, 10 players for Greenbrier Panthers, 10 players within about 10 yards from the 50 back to about the 38-yard line, then a gap, and then 1 deep receiver. That's McElhaney, who is deep at the 18-yard line. He's a track star, but he's back there by himself, now backing up inside the 15-yard line. Spencer Allen is ready. A couple of Panthers are backing up in case he pooch kicks again. It's going to be a deep kickoff, and McElhaney will have his chance from the 9-yard line. He'll make it up to the 15, to the 20, cuts to the sideline, and he'll be knocked out of bounds short of the 30-yard line. Good coverage against a very fast return man. Greenbrier has the ball back, and they have a great quarterback, but Arkadelphia has had such momentum. We'll see if it continues with the defense.
Yeah, and given the dominant performance we've seen from Arkadelphia's defense over the last couple of possessions, you'd almost forget that this quarterback has scored 5 touchdowns in this game. He's been having a phenomenal performance thus far. Wilcox has shown up for his team in a big way, but Badgers been able to limit him and his offense pretty well here in the second half.
Ollie Ware pushed that ball carrier out of bounds. He's been out the last couple of defensive series, and Kelburn Middleton comes back for him at the corner spot on the right side.
Snap fumbled, now picked up by Wilcox, and he'll run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and a couple of yards knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's a testament to just how good this quarterback is. He got positive yardage despite the fact that he dropped the snap. Injured player for Greenbrier. I think he might pop back up. We'll keep it here for a moment. It's going to be a cramp. And so he'll be out at least for a short time. Greenbrier, I tell you what, Chase, is a really good team with a great senior class. They actually have fewer players than Arkadelphia, and so you have to wonder about the quality of their depth and what a fourth quarter might mean for Greenbrier trying to fight back against this Arkadelphia comeback.
Yep, and when you look at Arkadelphia's season specifically, you look back to that Camden Fairview game, depth really came in as a factor, especially when players started going down with injuries in the second half. In games like this where it's been just constant action, it's been a shootout here tonight, not much rest for either defense, and maybe that's starting to come into play here. You don't have those guys to sub in.
Well, the player with the cramp, I believe, is the quarterback. Let me take a closer look. No, it's the young man named Mathis who scored a couple of touchdowns tonight. Not the quarterback. He's 8, not 9. But Mathis scored the first touchdown of the night for Greenbrier and then the first touchdown of the third quarter. And he's going to be up, and he's just a cramp. He's going to try to walk it off. We do notice, however, that their excellent sophomore, Eli Weaver, who played so well in the first half, is not dressed out for the second half. Not sure what happened. He didn't have an injury that we saw. It didn't delay the play of the game anyway. And now they're to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 9 yards to go. Greenbrier at its own 31-yard line. 11:37 left. We're in the fourth quarter. They'll start the clock again with the play. Here's a running play by Hewitt. He's so good. He's up to the 40 for a first down, and Moore keeps his legs churning. He's going to go down to the 46-yard line. That Hewitt is one tough senior.
He is, and it's a strong run again from the leading rusher for Greenbrier as we have another player down here.
We have an injured Badger down on the field.
And we'll have to hope this is also a cramp and not anything too serious.
Yeah, Jelias Solomon, one of the defensive linemen down, the athletic trainer, Brandon Shrum, and Coach Shucker also coming over. Looks like it's also a cramp as well. So that's good to see, I guess.
That is some good news. It was 88 and sunny, plenty hot when this game started. Now, it's cooled off some. It's 75 degrees now, but it's been a hot, sweaty ball game. And here in the fourth quarter, lots of sprinting in this game for both sides with strong offenses. And so it's not too surprising we got cramps for both teams here at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Good to see Jelias get up. Also on the field at linebacker for Arkadelphia, Tucker Guy. We don't have the luxury of being able to see behind the team of Arkadelphia, but I don't see any guys down over there. But Tucker Guy getting some snaps. The sophomore getting in at linebacker. Braylon Bailey also in at safety. And Ollie Ware coming back out. Good to see Ollie walking around. Looked like he was nursing a leg earlier in the game. He came back and made that play on special teams, but Kelburn Middleton still at corner on the far side.
No running back in for Greenbrier as they line up. Solomon making his way off of the field. And now we're back to action. Wilcox at quarterback has had a great night. He's got 5 receivers. Arkadelphia almost jumped off. Now they're going to make the call. 5 free ones, first down and 5 coming. That will move the ball across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Arkadelphia. Lots of time left, 11-13, 2-point lead for Greenbrier.
Call came in a little bit late there, but it did look like there was some movement down on the line.
Same formation. A blocking back, 4 receivers in the game, and they're going to run. This is Wilcox running. The quarterback will escape one tackler, escape another, and then a nice tackle by Bailey. It is a gain, though. He's a shifty running back when he decides to be. A good passer, a good runner, but they will mark the ball down at the 48 of Arkadelphia, so that's not a big gain. Second down coming.
It looked like Wilcox was jawing maybe at some of the Arkadelphia Badgers defensive players right there. Took what looked like what may have been a late hit, but looked like there might be some tension building in this close game here as the fourth quarter continues to dwindle down.
Running back in the game this time, and they're going to fake it to him. Play action pass, pressure on the quarterback. He throws it downfield and missed his intended receiver. Looked like McElhaney might be able to pull it in, but he had to throw as he was backing up because of pressure on the quarterback. Good job by Arkadelphia. It is third down and 4 yards to go.
Yeah, but it looked like McElhaney had his hand out to make that play. It would have been a tough transition. You'd have to make it very swiftly, but there wasn't able to make the play. Would have been tough either way.
I think we got a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they need to change it to third down unless there's going to be a penalty. Going to be a penalty? They haven't marked it off yet. Now they're going to. This is going to be against Greenbrier. It's a 5-yarder, so it's going to be second down again, 2nd and 9.
Yep, they had an ineligible receiver downfield on that last play. And it's mistakes like that when games are this close that can prove pretty costly. We'll see if the Panthers can recover from that mistake right here.
So Greenbrier takes its time now. They haven't started the play clock. They got plenty of time to line up. 10-11 left in the ball game. Second down and 9, ball at the 47-yard line of Greenbrier. Back to pass is Wilcox. Got time to throw. He wants to throw deep. He's got a receiver back there, but it's well defended. And oh, they're going to call a penalty. I thought the ball got there just as the defender got there, but apparently the official, who was closer than me, decided the defender got there just before the ball did, and they'll call it a 15-yard interference call against Arkadelphia.
And I agree with you, Jeff. It looked like he got there just in time to break up the pass. He did have his back turned to the ball, though. That may have been the determining factor in that play. Either way, bang, bang play. Ref had a better view of that one there, and he makes the call.
Yeah, he was sprinting to catch up to McElhaney, the track star. And because the ball was slightly underthrown, I thought he got there as the ball got there, but that's not going to be the call. Arkadelphia has called timeout after the mark-off, and when we come back, it will be 1st and 10 for Greenbrier at the Arkadelphia 38-yard line. 10:02 left in the football game. We'll be back after this.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker, supporting the Badgers since 1996.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Now has an opportunity. Arkadelphia does too. It's the fourth quarter. Greenbrier 42, Arkadelphia 40. 10:02 left in the football game. And it's 1st down and 10 at the Arkadelphia 38-yard line. They're going to put a running back in the game. That's Hewitt. Quarterback is Wilcox. Both of them have played well tonight. This is Hewitt. Hewitt spins, wants to make some yardage, and will to the 35 to the 33-yard line. Second down coming.
Beautiful spin move at the line of scrimmage there from Hewitt, the senior, showing his field vision and wherewithal there where he was, able to get to the outside and pick up some solid yardage.
Got 5, second down and 5 yards to go. Lots of time left, but clock running at 9:36. From the 33-yard line, Greenbrier lines up. I don't think they thought it would be a close game at this point, but Arkadelphia came roaring back after falling down by 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. Here's a pass, open receiver, and he missed him. Incomplete. Reaching back for it and unable to pull it in was Mathis.
And Mathis has been so good here tonight.
He was wide open.
He was wide open there, and because they've connected on so many great plays here tonight, you thought he was going to make another one right there to pick up a crucial first down, but now it's third down. Pressure's on Greenbrier once again. Badgers defense have suffered some penalties, but they're not giving up.
Wilcox wants to throw. Now he's going to roll to his left. A flag goes down. They may have gotten a holding call. He'll throw and throw incomplete. Throws and throws incomplete. There's a flag down. I think it's going to be a holding call. Katie Young hit the quarterback, but he's up and okay, and Young is fine, and Young is celebrating because this is going to go against Greenbrier if you take it, but it's incomplete, so they may just decide to go let it be 4th and 5. Let's see what the call is going to be from the Badger sideline. Was it a catch on the far sideline? Ooh, okay. I'm corrected then. It was a catch, and so that catch is nullified by the holding call. And holding, of course, marked off from the spot of the foul, so it goes all the way back to the 50-yard line. Nullifies the catch. On the far sideline, I didn't realize he had caught the ball. What a great catch on the far side, but it's nullified by the holding call.
Yep, and the hold came on Katie Young, who was coming around the edge. He did a great job on the blitz, bringing the pressure. Got a little too much jersey there, and now Greenbrier facing a third and very long here.
Third down, 22, ball at the 50. Arkadelphia puts pressure on the quarterback, long, deep pass, and it's incomplete. It hit the defender in the back. Hit the defender in the back, and it's incomplete. Now, the home crowd wants interference because the defender didn't turn around, but as he was running, it just hit Barry in the back.
Yep, and I think that's kind of where the 50-50 rule comes into effect right there. You know, usually on those bang-bang plays, you're going to get 50% of them. You're going to lose 50% of the calls on that one. Again, the Badgers lost that first one. That was pretty close. They're going to get the call here.
Greenbrier will send in Hewitt. who we think will punt. It's a long way to go for it on a fake punt. He will kick it. He kicks it high and deep. It's going to be allowed to bounce. It'll bounce sideways at the 10 and be downed at the 10-yard line. So Arkadelphia's got a long way to go, down by 2, but the Badgers actually have a possession now, Chase, in which the Badgers can take the lead. This is monumental here in the fourth quarter.
This is huge. The Badgers haven't had this opportunity to even tie up the game, really, since way back in the first quarter, and now the opportunity to take the lead for the first time of the night. This is a huge opportunity for the Badgers here. They've been on a great run. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going right here. It's been a while since we've seen the offense on the field, even though about 3 minutes have transpired since the last drive. There were a lot of penalties and a lot of time went by between those last two drives.
What a great job by the defense. Arkadelphia now 90 yards away from a lead. Rolling to his right is Whitten. He's got some time. Now he wants to run. He'll make 2. He'll make 3. He'll run over a couple of defenders, and then they'll knock him out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. The flag is in the backfield. It's going to be holding against Arkadelphia. As he was scrambling, somebody held, and they're going to go half the distance to the goal. Tough one. Would have been second and about 7. Instead, it's going to be first down and 15, well, 16. They're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul. So they're going to put the ball at the, well, closer to the 3-yard line. So they're going to have first down and 17 from the 3. Now working out of his end zone, he gives it to Davis. Davis looking for a hole, will be hit and brought down at the 6. He got 3 yards, and it's second down. Still a long way to go.
That was just a good open field tackle. Davis looked like he had a little bit of space there on the outside, but it was a good wrap up on the legs right there, able to make the stop.
Arkadelphia, second down. Whitten wants to pass, standing in his end zone. Now he'll roll to the right. He'll throw deep downfield. That ball's picked off at the 25, to the 20. Return to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He did not make it to the end zone, but he's very, very close. Beautiful play by the linebacker for Greenbrier, Shannon Howard. There is a flag down at the 6-yard line, and that's going to be a call against Greenbrier. I think it's going to be on the return, but let's see. I think it's going to be on the return. So Greenbrier will keep the possession, but they're going to lose some wonderful field position, and let's see where it's marked off. The penalty was from the 6 or 7. They're going to, well, they'll spot the ball at the 14-yard line. So Arkadelphia needs now to have another great defensive stand as Greenbrier leads by 2, and after the turnover and return, they have great field position with 7:37 left.
Yeah. And right there, Whitten was trying to throw across his body, rolling out to the right. Looked like he had Babb there, but a great break on the ball by the secondary, able to make the interception and a good return there. Blocking the back brings it back a little bit, but still excellent field possession for the Panthers.
Badgers are going to see Wilcox run. He gets inside the 15. He's near the 10, but down before he can quite get there. Wilcox has been a better runner than a passer in this half, and he kept it for some yardage there. Greenbrier just fighting for their lives after they thought they had the game under control, but Arkadelphia trying to keep Greenbrier from getting a touchdown. If they get 7 points here, they're up by 2 scores. So this is a tremendously important series to at least hold them to a field goal. They've got a good kicker. Wilcox will pitch it. No, he's going to fake it and run. And Wilcox will get it to the end zone, incomplete. Boy, what a nice fake. Wilcox kept it and then threw it, but it's incomplete. Beautiful play, just didn't work.
Yeah, and he had it. He put it right there where his guy could catch it, where only his guy could catch it, but it was going to be a tough ball to get right there close to the ground. It pops out, and it'll be third down now for Greenbrier.
From the 11-yard line, it's third down and 6. Wilcox on 3rd and 6 will hand it to Hewitt. Hewitt cuts upfield. He's hit immediately and brought down. Kewen is there. A couple of other Badgers are there. Turley is there. Beautiful defensive play by Arkadelphia, and it's 4th down and long. Well, would you like to have a 5-point lead or go for it on 4th down? They're going to talk about it. Timeout is called on the field, and so we will take a break also. The ball is on the between the 12 and 13-yard line. It's 4th down and long. They've got to get to the 5-yard line, between the 5 and 6 for a first down. I tell you what, let's just keep it right here, Chase. This is too exciting to take a break. We're going to take a break. We love our sponsors. We're going to take that break after we see what happens on 4th down because they're going to go for it.
Yep, and this is a high-risk, high-reward situation. A field goal would make it to where Arkadelphia would have to score a touchdown to win, but if they fail to convert here, it only takes a field goal.
He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone. He's got an open receiver. It's a touchdown. Well, they ran a nice little pick play to the corner of the end zone and wide open on the play, and scoring the touchdown was Thatcher Strack. Beautifully drawn up play. They got a receiver open in the corner of the end zone. Arkadelphia did not have a defender on him, and he caught the pass.
Yep, and it just a strong route running there from the from the wide receiver, QB, finding his man in the corner of the end zone. And right there, that PAT is crucial because it makes it a 2-possession game now. Arkadelphia's got some work to do, but as we've seen earlier in this game even, they've got the ability to score and score quick.
Greenbrier got the turnover and then took advantage, got the touchdown, got the extra point. They've been perfect on extra points tonight. That's been important. It's Greenbrier 49, Arkadelphia 40, 6:19 left in the game, and we'll be back after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, we're back at the scene of a tremendously exciting game, but now another big comeback is required by Arkadelphia. 6:19 left in the game. Greenbrier 49, Arkadelphia 40. Greenbrier got a touchdown on a 4th down play. Corner of the end zone, beautiful pass, good catch. And now Arkadelphia needs a quick score. Here's a long kickoff, and the longest of the night sails into the end zone. You cannot return it from the end zone in a high school game. What a wonderful kick. And Hughes, for the first time tonight, did not have a chance to return a kickoff. So Arkadelphia bring the offense back out. What you got to do now is forget about the interception. Go for more big plays. You got to have 2 scores to win this game.
Yep, and that's the thing. You've just got to have short-term memory when it comes to stuff like that. You've also got to remember the offensive efficiency that you've had throughout this second half. This Badgers offense has put up 20 points in this second half alone up to this point. That's more than any other opponent that Greenbrier's played this season has done in a full game.
Arkadelphia lines up in the Wildcat with Davis at quarterback. He'll send Bailey in motion. He'll give it to Bailey. Bailey around the right side is going to have some yardage. He'll cut up the sideline and make yardage and go out of bounds. That should stop the clock with 6:11 left. Nice change in formation, and they gave it to Bailey around the end for 5 yards.
And we've seen some creative formations from this offense here tonight. Another one right here running out of the Wildcat. Good call as Bailey picks up solid yardage.
They're going to keep it in the Wildcat. Whitten is in the game, but he's lining up as receiver. Jay-Sean Davis is the quarterback in the Wildcat. Bailey in motion, but Davis will keep it. Davis looking for a hole, won't find one. He'll fall forward and get 1, but it's 3rd down and 4. And they'll give him a good spot, closer to 3 yards that he'll need for a first down. Babb is your receiver to the near side along with Bailey. Loy and Hughes on the far side, top of your screen. Whitten back at quarterback, wants to throw. Now he's under pressure. He escapes that pressure. He wants to run. He makes it to the sideline, and he might have it. Let's see where they spot the ball. He ran over Hewitt, who tried to make the tackle on the far side. Beautiful job by Whitten. And he thinks he's got a first down. We're waiting for the official call. And now we see on the far side a Greenbrier player, I believe, with cramps. Yeah, that's a Greenbrier player, but they're going to stop play momentarily. They spot the ball at the 30. Folks, that's first down. They haven't moved the chains yet, but the ball is on the 30. Yeah, now they've changed the box to first down. They just haven't moved the chains. I think that's because of where the player is getting some attention out of bounds. We're going to keep it here because he's going to be up and okay momentarily. young man who helped make the tackle came up with a leg cramp, I believe. They're going to stretch that leg out one more time. Again, 5:34 left. Arkadelphia trails by 9 now, 49-40. That was a Welch Funeral Home first down. Arkadelphia's had a bunch of them tonight. I want to say thank you to our sponsors once again while we have a slight delay in play. First of all, we're in the fourth quarter, sponsored to you by Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone. Our sponsors, we just thank you so much for supporting the Badgers. Our sponsors include Andy's Restaurant, as always, supporting the Arkadelphia Badgers, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Blake Bell, Edward Jones, Blend Real Estate with our friend Kerry Garnett, Chad Kesterson Shelter Insurance, Clark County Farm Bureau, Dairy Queen, Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone, Gary and Rob Rucker, Israel Wardlaw Farmers Insurance, Java Primo, Marion Martha's, Midian Digital Creations, Pediatrics Plus, Price and Company, Providence Veterinary Care, South Central Connect, Southern Bank Corps, Southwest Auto Collection, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King and Associates, Turner, Rogers, Manning and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, and Roadrunner. Ball at the 30-yard line. Arkadelphia has a first down and 10, 5:34 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Badgers need 2 scores to win this football game. Down by 9. Whitten at quarterback. He will hand it to Davis. Davis up the middle of the field is going to be hit by a linebacker. A couple of other Panthers will drag him down. Short gain, got maybe 3 on the carry. Badgers fighting back on 2nd and 7. Whitten wants to throw. He's got nobody open. Still looking downfield. Now he'll throw across the middle. It is incomplete. Davis came up with it. Are they going to call it a catch? No, I'm saying an incompletion. They say he trapped it. The far side, they called it a catch, but the near side said no, he trapped it. The officials are arguing that the one who called it a catch should overrule the other guy because actually Bailey had his back to the one who made the incomplete call. I couldn't tell from here, obviously. He was trying to catch a pass before it hit the turf, and one official overruled the other. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Arkadelphia will line up. Babb, Bailey, and Hughes to the left side. Looking to the right side and throwing deep. He's looking for Loy. He's got it! Inside the 30 to the 25. Wonderful play by Loy. And now a flag is down. 2 flags are down. Well, this might be offsetting as the 2 players got tangled up at the end of the play. It was a beautiful throw and a fine catch and run. I mean, a perfect throw.
That is exactly what you had to do right there. And Whitten, we talked about it. He's got such precision, especially for a guy that's only making his 3rd varsity start as a QB. He makes another perfect throw right there, able to hit his man on the run on that far sideline, and that's a huge play for Arkadelphia.
Oh, my. Both flags were against the Badgers, not offsetting. Well, they got the first down, and that's a Welch Funeral Home first down, but they'll lose some yardage on the run after the catch when they mark off the penalty. Now the officials are going to talk about it. I really thought it might be offsetting against both players. Instead, the officials are going to, I think, stick with the original call. Yeah, they do mark it off. Still going to be a first down. Ball at the 38-yard line of Greenbrier. First down and 10, Arkadelphia. 4:57 left in the football game. Carter Babb at the bottom of your screen, split wide to the left. Oh, a high snap gets away from Whitten. He'll pick it up. He'll fall to the turf back at the 44-yard line. That's a tough time for a high snap. Whitten, all he could do is grab it and fall on it and live for the next play. But now they got a lot of territory to make up. Whitten's going to have to use that strong arm of his and get it well down the field, or they're going to have a great run after the catch. Clock running, 4:32 left in the game. Arkadelphia has a second down at its own 44-yard line. They got to make it to the 28-yard line of Greenbrier for a first down. Back to pass is Whitten. Looking across the middle of the field, he finds an open receiver. That's Bailey to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Bailey, touchdown Arkadelphia.
Braylon Bailey found the space, and there was nobody there to cover him. He had green grass ahead of him all the way to the end zone. The homestands are stunned. I think everybody in the stadium was stunned at how open Bailey was on that play. A huge score for Arkadelphia. And Bailey, when he gets into those foot races, we saw it last week against Hot Springs. We see it here again now. He's able to win those foot races when he gets into open space.
Last week it was a 2nd and 31. This week it was a 2nd and 28, and both of those plays were touchdown passes to Braylon Bailey.
Arkadelphia is down by 3. They're lined up to go for 2, and timeout has been called. We're going to take a break. 4:12 left in this football game. Greenbrier 49, Arkadelphia 46. 2-point conversion coming after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Okay, I've caught my breath. Chase, I just had to catch my breath there. Holy cow, 4:12 left in this game. Panthers 49, Badgers 46. Arkadelphia is ready to go for 2 on the 2-point conversion. My goodness, what a play. Touchdown pass to Bailey. Wonderful run after the catch. Jumbo set. 3 men behind the quarterback, Witten. They're going to give it to Bailey. Bailey looking for space. Bailey's going to score the 2-point conversion. It is good. I'm sorry, Davis, not Bailey. It's Davis with the 2-point conversion. So there's a flag on the play, and let's see what the call is going to be. Going to be holding against Arkadelphia. So they negate the 2-point conversion. They'll have another opportunity, but they'll back them up. Goodness gracious. That would have made it a 1-point game. The Badgers will have another chance, and they're going to send receivers back in instead of the heavy set. Not going to go for the extra point, though. They're going to line up and go for 2 again. It would appear. Now maybe they're going to kick it. They are. I see the kicker in now. Spencer Allen is in. This extra point is going to be a little bit longer at 28 yards. He'll go for the 1 point, which would bring it to a 2-point deficit. Spencer Allen is set for the kick. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and this kick is perfect. It is. Greenbrier 49, Arkadelphia 47. Still 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. You're not going to find a more exciting football game. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Greenbrier coaches lining up the players one by one on the kick return team, each one telling them where to go run and set up because they're looking for an onside kick. Still 4:12 left, though. We'll see what Arkadelphia decides to do. They have nobody deep. McElhaney is standing at his own 30. Now, surely he'll back up a bit. Arkadelphia lines up for the kick. McElhaney now is going to back up inside his own 20-yard line. Will it be an onside kick? He had a beautiful one earlier that was successful. No, he's going to kick it long. It's away from McElhaney. It's allowed to bounce, and it will stay in bounds. No, the flag goes down. I think the nose of it did touch out of bounds. Late flag, just by an inch or two. It went out of bounds.
Yep, and that was a good call there by the official. It was very close, but you could just see it touch the white right there, the sideline.
So good field position for Greenbrier, but Arkadelphia just needs the ball back. Arkadelphia has shown the ability to score no matter where the ball is. They just need the ball back. So the defense comes out now looking for a turnover, looking for a big play defensively. K.D. Young is shaking his head. Yes, we can do this. You got to love that from the sophomore.
Oh, yeah, and he has reason to have confidence. He's had a great game here tonight. They've been facing a very talented offense, but they've limited them to just 2 scores here in the second half.
Landon Kewen giving a bit of a pep talk to his linebacking core as well. Greenbrier lines up. They got a great quarterback in Wilcox. He will throw it to the flat. That ball is incomplete. He missed his intended receiver. As accurate as he was in the first half, it's not that he's played badly in the second half, but he's not been quite as precise. He led his receiver too much that time, and it's incomplete.
And we've talked about it. He's a workhorse through the air and on the ground, and you've seen maybe some signs of fatigue here in the second half trying to make those plays. Again, we talked about the roster depth, and when you don't have as much depth as who you're facing on that sideline, that can come into play as you get later and later into the game.
That was well defended by Mavion Berry. Here is a running play. Almost took the ball away. Now he escapes. Here's a big run. He's got 10, 15 out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Tackled by Hughes. That stops the clock with 3:58 left. Still lots of time, but Arkadelphia doesn't want to give up another score. Trailing by 2. You can't give up 7. Boy, it looked like they might have him stopped. Somebody got a hand on the football but couldn't pull it away from the quarterback, and Wilcox made another good run. He continues to run well. His passing has been a little bit more inconsistent in the second half. Here's a running play. Arkadelphia can't quite make the tackle against Hewitt. He is a tough runner, making yardage and making yardage. He wound up getting about 8 yards, just fighting back every time he got hit by a defender.
Yep, and Hewitt showing the strength even late here in the second half, still fighting for those extra yards. And in a game that's this close, those extra yards are very crucial.
Really hard to drop him for a loss. He's just so strong and quick to move laterally.
And even when he takes a hit, he's able to recover and move forward for more progression.
And they're taking some time off the clock. Down to 7 seconds on the play clock. 3:12 left in the game. Wilcox finally takes the snap, and he will hand it off. Here's Hewitt with another first down. Ball at the Arkadelphia 36-yard line. And they are taking time off the clock. Clock didn't stop long to move the chains. It's running again now inside 3 minutes to play. We were glad to see Jeliah Solomon check back in. He's going to check out of the game now, but he had cramped up earlier in the game. It's good to see that he's okay. First down at 10. Ball at the 37-yard line of Arkadelphia. Wilcox at quarterback. He will hand it off again, and this time they're going to hit Hewitt in the backfield, and he's not going to get extra yardage. In fact, Arkadelphia tried to strip the ball away. That didn't work, but he'll lose a yard or two. And timeout has been called. That's going to stop the clock with 2:23 left, and it's going to be second down and 13 when we come back. The score, the Panthers of Greenbrier High School 49, the Badgers of Arkadelphia High School 47. We'll be back after this.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
We've been very complimentary to Greenbrier all night, talking about how they believe they can win a 5A title this year. They've got a really fine senior class. One thing about them is they don't give up just because they get hit. They expect to make yardage after contact. They've been able to do that tonight. But Arkadelphia has fought back so well offensively, trailing by 2 now, 49-47. On 2nd and 13, Wilcox wants to keep it. They're going to hit him in the backfield, but he'll escape 2 tacklers, and he'll make yardage up near first down territory. He might have a first down, and he's knocked out of bounds. What a great job of running through 2 diving Badgers who tried to trip him up but were unable to do so. Wilcox, the senior, with a major play there to make a first down.
And you can tell, even late in this game, as we get later into this game, he's starting to feel the effects of that workload he's shouldered here tonight, but Wilcox continues to fight, never gives up on a play. He did the same thing right there, missed a couple tacklers, and he picks up a crucial first down for Greenbrier.
On first down, it's Hewitt up the middle, and he'll drag a couple of Badgers and make yardage all the way up to the 16-yard line. Trying to wear down that Arkadelphia defense here late in the game. That's a gain of between 8 and 9 yards on first down. We'll say 9 yards. It's second and short. Arkadelphia needs the ball back. If they can't give up a touchdown and an extra point, that would put them down by 2 scores. Going to milk some clock here. We're down to 1:45 left in the game. Still 13 on the play clock. Wilcox at quarterback. He'll probably keep the ball on the ground, even though he's a very fine passer. And a flag goes down. That's going to be procedure against Greenbrier. That's going to make it 1st and 15 and stops the clock with 1:33 left. That helps a little bit, but it's still first down. Arkadelphia really, at this point, looking for a turnover.
Yep, that would be the best case scenario right now. With that penalty, Greenbrier moving out of the red zone, but still very deep in Badger territory with just over a minute and a half left in this contest.
What a game this has been. Not over yet. Wilcox at quarterback. First down and 15. Ball at the Badger 21-yard line. Wilcox will hand it off. Here's Hewitt. He bounces off 2 tacklers, but now a gain tackle. And it's going to be close to the original line of scrimmage. Second down, and we'll say 11 yards to go. But the clock continues to run at 1:20. Arkadelphia has 1 timeout left. Only 1. Precious seconds are ticking away, and it's still just second down. Badgers are going to need a mistake from Greenbrier, I believe. Going to need to take the ball away. Wilcox at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off. This is Hewitt. He's hit by Kewen, and they're going to bring him down immediately. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. 49 seconds left. Arkadelphia has called timeout. Arkadelphia will talk about it. Got to come up with a big play on 3rd down and 11 with only 49 seconds left. We'll keep it right here and talk about the fact that this has been a tremendous football game. You got to believe that Arkadelphia is well prepared for its conference after playing 3 5A schools. They lost the first one, won the second one. This one has been just give and take all night long. Lots of points scored. Arkadelphia has looked like a team that is ready to fight through the season, ready to contend for a title itself. They love to win this game, but Chase, to do it, I think they're going to have to take the ball away here.
Yep, that's going to be, I mean, that's really the only option at this point. There still are 49 seconds left, though. With that, they can run one play here from the line of scrimmage, and depending on what they call here, do they go conservatively and try to run the ball, which is probably what they're going to go with here to run more time off that clock, but then you still got to run one more play.
Yeah, the trick is you got to have enough time to score when you get the end of this possession back.
Exactly.
It's 3rd down.
And if they're able to milk the clock just right, they'll have 9 seconds left on the clock.
I would expect a run, even though it's 3rd and 11. We'll see. Here comes Wilcox. He's going to run it, coming wide. He's got some room. He's to the 15, he's to the 10, he's to the 8-yard line. I don't think he got it, though. It's 4th down. I don't believe he got it. Let's wait for the spot. They're going to call it closer to the 8-yard line. It's 4th down, and the clock is running, and we're under 30 left. Game clock is just almost the same as the play clock, and it is 4th down. If they are able to run a play on 4th down that takes any time at all, they should be able to run out the clock. We'll see. And it looks like they're going to let it go all the way down and then go into victory formation. And now they're going to call timeout. Timeout with 4 seconds left. Well, I think instead of taking a knee, you run around for 4 seconds and take the time away. We'll see. We'll come back and we'll see what happens. Arkadelphia trailing by 2, 49-47, 4 seconds left. We'll be back after this.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, what great sponsors we have. We thank you again. Want you to stay tuned for the post-game show. That is sponsored, of course, by Blend Real Estate, our friend Kerry Garnett, former quarterback, champion quarterback of the 1979 Arkadelphia Badgers state champion team. The ball's at the Arkadelphia 8-yard line. It is 4th down and 2. They've only got to waste 4 seconds, but it is 4th down. On 4th down, we expect Wilcox to take this snap and try to run for 4 seconds and exhaust the clock. Wilcox will run to his right. Now he'll cut it up the middle. He's got some yardage. He might score a touchdown. He does. Wilcox didn't run around. He ran at Arkadelphia and got the touchdown on the last play of the game. 0 time left on the clock, so in the paper tomorrow, it's not going to look quite as close as it actually was. 2-point game until the last play when Greenbrier got a touchdown with 0 time left on the clock. Wilcox scored it. Wilcox is one great player, no doubt about it. He and Hughes congratulating each other. They both played great games. Looks like they want to kick the extra point, so we'll keep it right here and talk about that. Not really a reason to, with no time left on the clock. Now the officials have noticed there's no time on the clock, and I think they're going to wave it off. Yeah, they are not going to kick the extra point. No reason to do that with no time left on the clock. Final score is going to be Greenbrier 55 and Arkadelphia 47. 55-47 is the final score. We invite you to stay tuned for the postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate, Kerry Garnett. We'll be back for that. We'll hear from Jim Rothwell with statistics. We'll hear from Chris Babb. We'll hear from Chase Hartzell. He's going to go down to the field and have a conversation with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Fireworks going on here after the game, just like they went off during the game, with some great offensive play by both teams. And I think both teams can say that their offenses are ready for the conference race, and their defenses fought hard tonight, but played against some awfully talented offensive players on both sides. We'll come back with the postgame show after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
What a contest it was tonight. Final score, Greenbrier 55, Arkadelphia 47. At one point in the third quarter, it looked like Greenbrier was going to be able to win by a large margin, but Arkadelphia came storming back and made it just a whale of a game. Greenbrier, though, hung on, scored on the last play, and so instead of a 2-point win, they came away with an 8-point win. Extra point wasn't attempted. And Greenbrier is undefeated as they move into their conference season. Arkadelphia will be 1-2. But Chris Babb is joining me now. And Chris, I think Arkadelphia has shown two things. One, they've got a tremendous amount of offensive firepower to score this many points against Greenbrier tonight. The other thing is Arkadelphia showed no quit. Everybody fought so hard, and you got to feel like that's really going to lead them into some success in the conference season.
Yeah, I think the thing you take out of that game, obviously it's a loss, and that's not what you want. But if you do take a look, when you're down 42-20, you have your team not be able to score right before the half, makes it 35-20. Greenbrier gets the ball coming out, they score to make it 42-20. That's a big point. That's a big point in the ball game to say, what does your team have? And I think Arkadelphia showed that they have, the guts, whatever you want to call it, to not pack it in. You make this a 2-point game of 49-47 with a chance to win the game after being down 22, 2 minutes out of halftime. You get a big score, you get the onside kick, a quick score, you're back in it, and you fight the whole time. And I think that's what's, not as a loss, it's not a moral victory, but I do think you take out of that this team will play hard for each other. The coaching staff didn't lose them; they had them the whole time, and because that's a big point in the game early in the season, a big point in the game where you're down 22 points right after halftime.
Against a team that's going to be in 6A next year, and with your conference a couple of weeks away, a bye right away, you could easily say, okay, we fought hard for a couple of quarters, now let's get ready for our conference, and lose some concentration. Instead, Arkadelphia showed tremendous fortitude physically and real focus mentally in order to come back and play so well in the second half. I think anybody that watched our live stream, anybody that was here for the game tonight's got to come away feeling proud of the Badgers for that.
Yeah, I think so. I think both teams got a little respect for each other after that game. Obviously, we knew coming into it that Greenbrier was going to be different offensively than they were last year. Cooper Wilcox did not play against Arkadelphia last year. He's put up insane numbers in the summer at camps, at team camps, at 7-on-7. He was expected to have a good year, and he has started off that way with big wins in the first two games. I know that's the second week in a row, or maybe 2 out of 3 that they've scored 50 points. And 44 was last week. I think 44-0 at halftime, so he might not have played much. But yeah, this was an offense that was a good test for the defense, and I know Coach Grimmett will go back to the film and see ways that they can improve. And there were a lot of missed tackles tonight. We've not seen that many missed tackles from Arkadelphia the first two games, where you might have been in the right spot assignment-wise, but you were off balance, and so you're not able to bring it back down, especially one like Greenbrier had. I think he pulled this roster out in front of you. 5'10", 205, I believe, is what Nick Hewitt. 5'10", 205. You've got to be in position to make a tackle on him. You can't arm tackle him. And Arkadelphia was in a couple of bad spots earlier, and it showed.
And there are a lot of players that might be that size, Chris, but this is a guy who just doesn't assume that just because 2 guys hit him, he's going to go down. He ran through people with aggressiveness, and so the Badgers are going to see some of that against the better teams in their conference, and they really worked on that in the second half, and there were times when the defense really looked much better in the second half. After really struggling and falling behind by a couple of touchdowns at halftime. They were really able to fight back from that in the second half and create some stops. The Badger defense will look for more turnovers as time goes by, but Greenbrier is a very fine team, and their quarterback was throwing the ball right on the numbers in the first half, didn't complete quite that high percentage in the second half, but he's also an outstanding runner. So this is a balanced and really fine offensive team for Greenbrier, and Arkadelphia was able to pour on points, never give up, pass well, run well, and we saw what I thought might have been the most complete game that we've seen from Jay Sean Davis. What an amazing football player.
Yeah, you talk about running through contact, and he's the definition. Those two running backs we saw tonight were some big, strong running backs. We saw Lake Hamilton with some of those as well, but running through contact. But Jay Sean Davis, obviously you have the running. Then you saw a couple of the receptions, and I go back to that touchdown reception on
amazing
to our right side on the near sideline, and that was a phenomenal catch in traffic. It was a great throw by Donovan Whitten as well to put it there, but Jay Sean Davis had to catch that ball in traffic near the sideline and tiptoe, kind of like similar to what we saw Trip Campbell do last week at Hot Springs, rolling to the other side.
And this was all hands. There was no trapping against the body here.
No.
He had to reach out and catch it with his hands in the corner of the end zone. We should invite people to watch Inside Badger Football with Trey Shucker, because we're going to have a lot of those highlights on that show, hosted by our own Chase Hartzell. It's a wonderful show that you put together with Chase. And I tell you what, the coach is so great to come out on Mondays and film that show with us. Folks need to watch that to see the offensive highlights tonight by the Badgers.
There will be a few, probably be a few clips in this one that last week we struggled to stretch it because the game was over at halftime. I don't think we're going to have that problem this week. A lot of offensive highlights, and there's probably a dejected locker room. You play a game, you want to win. Coach Shucker said the ultimate goal was to be 1-0 on the week, and they're not. But obviously there are things you can take away from it negatively, but positively I think there are also things you can take away as well.
Chris, there are going to be so many numbers to crunch by Jim Rothwell. Let's give him a little bit of extra time by talking about offensive and defensive players of the game. At the same time, we're hoping to have a conversation with the coach. What an amazing game tonight. Offensive player of the game, I think Jay Sean Davis stole the show, but you got to also give credit to some other guys who played well. Among those, Latonio Hughes, among those, Whitten, especially at quarterback.
Donovan Whitten had a touchdown pass to Alex Loy. He had a touchdown pass to Braylon Bailey. Obviously had the one to Jay Sean Davis. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, I'm going to guess he had over 200 all-purpose yards, receiving and rushing. And just his presence out there forces defenses to do some silly things. But I'd be hard-pressed. I don't know the stats, but I'd be hard-pressed to think that Jay Sean Davis was not one that had put up some huge offensive numbers.
So we're going to say Jay Sean Davis, but we're also going to mention Whitten, as you already have. We're going to mention Hughes, who had a good game, Loy, who had a good game. Lots of guys played well. And let's not forget the offensive line. At times, they were completely dominant against a really good 5A defensive line.
Yeah, you talk about those offensive linemen, Tucker Johnson, Matthew Porter, Tanner Cotton, Darian Beard, Brady Curtis, and, you know, somebody's out there saying you didn't say the last one, and I apologize.
Robinson recovered two
Nigel
fumbles.
Nigel Robinson recovers 2 fumbles. But the offensive line really did a good job out there today, making holes for Jay Sean, pushing the defensive front back, allowing Jay Sean to get some yardage and then maybe find a hole. But, yeah, hats off to the offensive line.
Bailey with that big play as well. We'll mention him too.
Yeah.
All right. Offensive player of the game is Davis among a number of stars.
Right.
Defensively, a player of the game.
I don't know. When you look, you see you give up 55 points. You know that means there were obviously defensive breakdowns. We did see some missed tackles, but there are also some big plays in the second half to get Arkadelphia back into it. Kelburn Middleton had a couple of good pass breakups. He had that tough pass interference call, flag thrown against him that the Arkadelphia sideline wasn't happy with. The Greenbrier side thought they were even for the pass interference they didn't want to get. Latonio Hughes there, you talk about the linebackers. Landon Kuhn said his name a lot. But that's a tough one as well in a game like this. But we saw some defensive linemen. Katie Young said his name a lot. Jelias Solomon, several guys in there that were some good defensive players. So that would be tough for me without being able to see the stats. But that's a tough one.
Yeah, but we don't shy away from tough calls, right?
No, we don't.
I think a defensive player of the game is warranted just simply because they fought so hard against a really superior offense. And I do think of those that you mentioned, Landon Kuhn, it seemed to me, was a real leader of that team on defense. And you can see Caden Young becoming that as only a sophomore. They were really trying to pull together that defense late in the game for just one more stop to give the offense one more possession. So let's go with those two guys as our co-defensive players of the game, Young, the sophomore, and Kuhn, the senior. I tell you what, we're going to come back with a statistical report from Jim Rothwell, who's doing some higher mathematics over here because there are a lot of offensive yardage tonight. We're going to come back with a stat report, and we'll visit with Chase Hartzell as well. We'll be back with more Badger postgame show. If we can get our computer set up. We'll be back after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
We're back for more of the postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate. Our friend Kerry Garnett out in San Diego, champion Arkadelphia Badger quarterback from 1979, state champion team. Arkadelphia has got a chance to blossom into a special team this year also. The loss tonight was despite 47 points and a big come-from-behind effort in the second half. It was 55-47, the final score, a 2-point margin until the very last play of the game. When Arkadelphia was trying to chase down a quarterback and save some time on the clock, he expired the clock and also fell into the end zone for a final touchdown on the last play of the game. So 55-47 was the final score. We'll have all the stats from Jim Rothwell momentarily. We'll also have a chance to talk to Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. We are working on that now and think we're going to have an opportunity to visit with him very, very soon. Chase Hartzell down on the field for that interview. We appreciate Chase going down there. I want to remind you can listen to and watch the Inside Badger Football with Trey Shucker show, sponsored and hosted, I should say, by Chase Hartzell. That game will be on. Next week. We'll film that on Monday and then have a chance to bring it to you during the week. So we hope you'll tune in, see a lot of offensive highlights in that coach's show. Jim Rothwell is preparing a stat report. Jim, are you ready to talk about stats tonight? I know you had to do some trigonometry to put it all together because we're talking about a lot of offensive numbers.
Yeah, I just about need an IBM computer probably. What is it, Big Blue that they call it?
There you go. That's right.
To do that. Big Blue work.
It kind of fits, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Let's talk about Greenbrier first. 55 points. Wilcox was the key. He was 14 out of 24 at the end, but he was 11 out of 12, I think, in the first half. Ended up with 272 yards and 4 TDs passing, some big plays to different receivers. He also rushed 13 times for 133 yards, 3 TDs. That's a total of 405 yards he was responsible for and 7 TDs and he was involved in. Receiving spread around. Hewitt had 1 for 43. Strack had 3 for 51. McElhaney had 2 big ones, or 5 big ones for 87 yards and 2 TDs. Mathis had 3 for 27 and had a TD as well. They ended up with 535 total yards. Okay, that sounds impressive. Arkadelphia's total yards, 620. They moved the ball all night. It was just, plays that they couldn't quite finish. Missing the extra points, put them behind a little bit. They had to take some chances. Whitten was 16 out of 26. He came on in the second half and threw for 333 yards, 1 TD. He did have the 1 interception. Davis had 25 carries for 175 yards and 3 TDs. Bailey 4 for 51. Whitten carried 8 times for 35. Receiving, Bailey was 5 for 132 yards and 2 TDs, some big runs, big plays. Davis 4 for 39. Hughes 2 for 23. Lloyd was 5 for 134 and a TD. All of those had TDs as well. 620 total yards. Davis ended up with 214 all-purpose yards, 3 TDs. Antonio Hughes had tremendous yardage on the return. I think there were at least 5 of those returns where he had over 40 yards. I'd have to look back. There were 3 that I think early in the first half that they stopped him on, but he had about 5 returns for over 40 yards on that. So great play in the special teams there. Wasn't much punting. Arkadelphia, I don't think, punted, if I remember right, and then I think they punted twice, and or maybe 3 times there. So a lot of penalty-wise, Arkadelphia did much better this week. I think they ended up with 5 for maybe 55 yards or something like that. Turnovers, they did have the interception, and then they had 3 fumbles, 2 they recovered. One ended up getting a first down with the recovery. The other one they lost. Again, Greenbrier did a good job of protecting the ball as well. They had a couple of fumbles that they recovered. Arkadelphia had a couple of chances at some interceptions, just quite didn't make the play. It was Wilcox that makes the difference. He's good. Some college coaches, particularly D2, need to be looking at him because he can do it all. He can run, he can throw, he can lead the team, he can make the short throws, the long throws. He had some good touch on some deep balls. He can do it, so he'll probably get some looks at the D2 level.
Jim, I tell you what, we're going to amend something. Now, Jay-Sean Davis deserves the offensive player of the game, so he had 214 yards rushing and pass receiving, right?
Right.
Wonderful game, at times just physically dominant over his opponents. But you also gave great numbers for Bailey. Tell me the Bailey numbers one more time.
He 5 for 132 yards receiving and 2 TDs, and then he rushed 4 times for 51.
Yeah, that's almost 200 yards himself. 183 total yardage for Bailey, and then Whitten passed for over 300 yards tonight. Is that what you said?
And he also rushed for 35. So he had almost, that's
368 yards. That's amazing. So we're going to say Whitten, Davis, Bailey, all offensive players of the game for Arkadelphia.
Big nights.
I don't really remember the last time Arkadelphia had a quarterback pass for well over 300 yards.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now,
We've seen a lot of games.
If you're a former quarterback and want to send me a note, feel free to do so because we don't want to shortchange anybody. But that's an amazing prospect. I don't know if Kerry Garnett throw for 300 yards. Kerry, you might be tuned in right now. You can send me a text and let me know if you threw for.
We don't want to cheat Kerry out of that.
Terry's a state champion. We don't want to shortchange him whatsoever. We are ready to go down to the field. Jim, thank you so much for the stats tonight. Appreciate it greatly. When we go down to the field, because we do have an interview now with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker.
All right, I'm here now with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Coach Shucker, tough loss here tonight on the road, but your guys, even though they were down 3 scores at one point in the second half, continued to fight and even brought it within 1 score right down to the end of the game. Yeah. What do you have to say about them staying in the fight all the way through?
The biggest thing is we competed all game. We overcame. I challenged them at halftime. We had a little bit of adversity. And, in the past, we've not overcome adversity very well. And I challenged them at halftime. I said, we got a little bit of adversity. I want to see who's going to step up, make plays, and let's go overcome the adversity. And I saw that tonight. We brought it within 2 points, and until the last play of the game. But we battled the whole night. It was a 4-quarter ball game. Greenbrier's a great football team. They're going to have a great season. Hats off to them. They did a great job. They won the game tonight.
And speaking of that offensive performance, your offense put up 47 points against a Greenbrier defense that's been holding teams to just 13.5 points per game up to this point. What went right for you guys on offense tonight?
I thought we did a lot better job controlling the line of scrimmage. Our offensive line did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage in our run game. Our running backs did a great job of getting upfield and trusting the scheme. Overall, we executed better on offense. We did some different things to kind of make it easier on our guys to get in space, and they did a great job tonight doing it and executing the plays that we called. You know, we got the balls to our playmakers, and they went and made plays.
All right, well, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, our own Chase Hartzell down the sideline for that interview. We appreciate him coming to us and talking to us. Chris Babb with me now. Chris, I tell you what, it's not something that you long to do after a loss is go talk to the press, but we appreciate him doing that, and he expressed what we expressed. He's proud of the team in certain ways. He wants to see them break through in other ways and win a close game, but at the same time, he's right about how good Greenbrier is, so an opportunity to play so well and come from behind is an important thing in setting up your conference race.
Yeah, and they're going to have a week to get healthy. And then a week to prepare for that conference opener. Next game for the Badgers will be in 2 weeks from tonight at Badger Stadium, and the conference opener against the Nashville Scrappers.
That's always a great game, and I couldn't be more excited and ready to see that game because I feel like the Arkadelphia Badgers have the wherewithal to have a great season after watching them compete tonight.
I agree. You know, I think you build something, you take something out of this game, and it was after that that third quarter, and that's what Coach Shucker talked about.
Want to say thank you to Coleman Callan for the camera work tonight. Want to say thank you to Jim Rothwell on stats, to my partner on the air, Chase Hartzell. Also want to say thank you to Deborah Root, who did all kinds of nice things tonight, like bringing water to the whole crew. That was fantastic. Also want to say thank you to the captain of the team, Chris Babb. This is Jeff Root, folks. The final score, Greenbrier 55, Arkadelphia 47. A week off. It's a bye week, and then we'll be back with Arkadelphia taking on Nashville. What a game that's going to be. Arkadelphia is ready for the conference race. We're going to bring it to you. Excited about that. This is Jeff Root saying good night, everybody. And Abby, Daddy is on his way home.